What's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to the den. How are y'all doing this evening? I'm your host, Ed Honcho. Man, it is a great day. Is it not? I hope everybody is doing well. I hope everybody is, you know, doing well. That's all I have to say. Hit that like button, man. Tonight, y'all know Fridays we do a little bit of talking dirty after dark. So it's a little bit of something for the grown folks. Kenneth, get your young ass up out of here, nigga. But again, it is an honor, it is a privilege, it is a pleasure to get to chop it up with you guys each and every evening. We actually started at 10, even I was a few minutes behind. Really what I be doing is I be giving y'all a couple minutes so everybody can get in, so they don't feel like so y'all got the party started without me. You feel me? This ain't no shit you need to be listening to, nigga. But seriously, I hope everybody is doing well. I hope everybody is, having a lovely day. If you still coming off your fat fool from yesterday, it's all good. Yes, last night was extremely interesting, and I'm sure some discussion of that will come up at some point this evening. But tonight we're going to talk about desire and attraction, and there is a difference. What the difference is, them conversations like last night give me gray hairs, man. No, I don't drink, so I'm mostly toxin free. So let's see what we got joining us tonight, man, and let's get into some good conversation. I see we got Rashida Culture, Dita Gamma, Empress, Yaya, what's the motherfucking deal? Nikki, motherfucking woke up from a nap early. Nicole joining us today. Beef Real in the building. Misty in the building. Sweet Berry in the motherfucking building. Even though she's got some kind of pistachio Ponzi scheme going on, don't expect a return on those investments. Kenneth, glad you could join us and get your young ass up out of here. Miss Bell, what's the motherfucking deal? Kayshawn, Marquise, Infinity Pimps, what's the motherfucking deal? Solis, Just Sarah McVice, Ronald Isley. I ain't never heard you sing nothing yet. Call yourself Ronald Isley. What's the motherfucking deal? I see Eastside in the building. What's the motherfucking deal? Let's see. The arguments about female saying bitch. Oh, that's what you would have thought it was. I have never heard the word bitch that many times in such a short amount of time. And I've seen some shit, and I'm just that's interesting to me. Angela in the building. I know that she didn't want to show up yesterday. I know those darn Falcons. Yeah, it's been a minute. But I haven't drank in over a year, so it's just technically I get a year pass, so I don't drink like that. Or do I have to do it like I told the lesbian chick? You got to go at least 5 years with no dick to consider yourself a lesbian. So, maybe I got to go 5 years with without no alcohol to consider myself a non-drinker, right? Brenda, what's the motherfucking deal? Man, Nikki, it's. I'm sure some calls will come in tonight, and they will definitely be discussed. I know I want to talk about when we go to bed. That conversation last night was epic. It was interesting, and if I missed you, I ain't dish you, McVice. I don't think I did. I don't think I skipped you. I think I said your name. Let me make sure I ain't missing nobody. Bad and Bougie, what's the motherfucking deal? But yeah, like I said, if I missed you, I ain't dish you. Football 503. Just a lot going on last night, and it was intense, man. It was whew. It was tough last night, man. So we have things to discuss. Business first. Okay, well, we will see what we must discuss. But last night, that conversation, and I mean, it was just so out of nowhere. It was all thankful, Thanksgiving, happy stuff, and then it got crazy. So we'll try to address it, but it was tough. Michael and Rockzilla, what's the motherfucking deal, man? Glad y'all could join us this evening. So we're talking about desire and attraction and the difference, right? Desire is, to me, and this is just my kind of, maybe my spin on it, maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, a cafe match between two snails. Cage, okay. I was like, what's a cafe, man? We fighting over coffee? That sounds like some shit that go down to Starbucks. But desire, to me, desire is being knowledgeable of something that you want. A, B, what's the motherfucking deal? Lady Tia, what's the motherfucking deal? But yeah, but Nikki, to get the whole understanding of you have, I think it's about an hour out of before the end of the conversation. I don't have the timestamps, so I'm sure somebody has the timestamps. You just have to watch it to understand it. I mean, that's really it. But my thing is this, right? So my thing is this, is like I said, desire to me, desire is knowing what you want. And I'm really mad at that thumbnail because I couldn't find a picture that I did. One of them was all right. The other picture I did wasn't what I really wanted, but it just had to. It is what it is. But desire is something knowledgeable that you want, that you wish to have, that you're longing for, that you're craving, that you seek, that would be satisfactory to you. Attraction, you can know what you're attracted to, but sometimes there's levels of attraction, things that will attract you that I think attraction, you can be knowledgeable of it, but I think it can also kind of be out of your control. And what I mean by that is you see people who get with people that, they sometimes say, I don't know what it is about them. They're not particularly the most attractive people or anything like that, but it's something about them. And so I don't think attraction is purely physical, but I think attraction is something that's maybe out of your control. And so what I mean by this is if you ask any woman in the world, well, what does she want? What does she desire? She's going to tell you, I want a man that treats me nice and treats me like a queen and does this for me and does that for me and does, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, yada, yada, yada. But what happens? What are they attracted to? Niggas with the tattoos, the grills, the thugs. And you're going to say, I already know some of y'all going to say, not me. We've already discussed this 1,000 times. If you're a woman in the den, you're definitely a different breed of woman. Some of y'all it's a good thing, some of y'all it's a bad thing. But what are they more than likely attracted to? And then after a while, eventually they may settle down and get with something else. But generally, it starts off with that. But everyone will tell you, I want a guy that's just going to treat me nice and do all this. But the guys that are going to treat you the nicest, the dudes that will worship you, the dudes that will put you on that pedestal and all that other stuff, y'all don't want them niggas. Y'all don't want those dudes. Because they don't fit a certain characteristic, a certain mold. And it's not really your fault. It's nature. It's science. It's just what it is. I mean, it's biology. Things have changed these days. So certain cravings, I guess you could say, certain things are different. Maybe not needed in the same manner, but I think there's just still some underlying facets of nature that you just can't program out, no matter how you. How much you try to in nature. So there's that. Same thing with dudes, man. I desire a woman who will be a good wife, a good mother, and she will, raise my kids properly, and she'll do this, and she'll be, kind, sweet, and supportive, and, all of these things. And then you go get fucking Cardi B or some shit, you know what I'm saying? Some ex-stripper who just out of there, because never trust a big button to smile. You're going for the physical, the voluptuousness, or whatever you want to call it. So, I think that's where you have the differences, in my opinion. And so, it's nothing wrong with it. It is what it is. Like I said, it's on both sides. Kenneth, get out. I'm like, you are on ignore this evening. I'm being nice. I haven't put the kibosh on you, but you're on ignore right now. So again, and yes, mixer crew. We will have a mixer crew tonight. But we're not gonna look. I'm gonna be on the 10-minute rule tonight. We ain't gonna have no foreign random debates tonight. I was supposed to give mixer crew some love yesterday. They got hold for it, but the mixed crew will be in action tonight. We'll do something a little bit different tonight. I've been testing some stuff, and we're gonna try something a little bit different tonight on the mixers than what I normally do. So we'll see how that works out. Mixer is kind of like Twitch, but it's just the Microsoft version, and it's like almost basically real time. Like I love it because it's basically like motherfuckers are sitting there with you playing because you can. Barbara, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? Oh, good. This last night was wild. I don't say that every night. I usually give Mixer Crew love on the weekends, and I try to on holidays. But see, last night it just got my name. Honcho Saucy. I'll put it in the thing. But so, like I said, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time talking. These are my thoughts. These are just kind of how I feel about, desire, attraction. And that is what I'm hoping the conversation is going to be tonight. But this is the den. And I know how it goes in the den. And, I say the 10-minute rule every night? Yeah, I know. I'm going to get on it this time, though. Because, now, Lady Tia, enjoy yourself. So again, like I say, so that's gonna be the premise of tonight. And like I say, I know what's gonna happen. I already know what's gonna happen. I see it already. I see some of the conversations already been geared towards that. So let's not waste too much more time before I open up the line. Make sure you're following on all the proper social media. I'm trying to step my Instagram game up. Like I've been chopping up some of the calls and trying to put them like on the IG stories. IG TV fucking sucks. Probably because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but it sucks for now until I get it right. Right, look, I ain't even finna get on it yet. I'm worse than Dragon. I'm worse than anime. Anime can draw some shit out like for the longer. They'll draw out like a scene for 3 or 4 fucking episodes. Some shit that should happen in like 5 fucking minutes, and then that's kind of what it is in the den. Ed Honcho HTX on the gram. I don't use the Den Show Live Instagram anymore. Everything is on Ed Honcho HTX. It's basically the same shit. Ed Honcho HTX Twitter. If you follow me from Sauce, I do not talk sports on. I separate Sauce Sports from the Den. So my Ed Honcho shit, I do not talk about sports at all. On Sauce Sports, if you want to talk sports or anything, hit me on Sauce Sports. And then Den Show Live. This thing right here. Den Show Live. Go like the Facebook page. Join the Facebook group. You can get there from liking the Facebook page, and we talk crazy all there, all day in there. Shannon, damn, she made it. I was trying to block Shannon. No, I'm fucking with you. I wouldn't do that to you, Shannon. You be talking a bunch of nonsense, but it's all love. All right, that's a bet, man. That's a bet. Just hit me, man. Maybe just hit me. Shoot me a message on the book. We can chop it up anytime. But I only talk about Houston sports primarily on Soft Sports. So, and boy, I know y'all I've been denying y'all, ain't been giving y'all that Patriots talk this weekend. Trust me, y'all don't want to hear what I got to say about that. Y'all already say I'm negative about a bunch of shit. Anywho, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I say, one of them wasn't going in. I had to delete it, put it back on there, and some of them acting crazy. Like I say, I don't know what's going on, man. So anyway, if there's an issue, let me know there's an issue, and I'll try to fix them. Because like I said, they had sound when I uploaded, but I've been trying it from the phone, trying it from the PC. It's just a problem. Anyway, what's it hot in here? Okay, I know. Give me just a second, and. I'll be opening up the phone line in just a second. Oh man, I heard the Cowboys were crying in the car. Tough scene. I don't know, man. Maybe it's telling you something, Danny. Maybe it's telling you something. All right, there we go. Look, man, they gotta eat. They gotta motherfucking eat fucking Thanksgiving food too. They didn't even get to eat on time. They had to wait. Deliver your mail. You complain about the mail and shit. All right, give me a second. Let me open up the line. Let's take some calls. This should be very interesting. I have a feeling. Excuse me. I'm going to start giving your early bird pistachios when we get the calls going. I have a feeling that the majority of the calls tonight will be geared towards what took place last night. Y'all not even going to. We are. I don't think we'll stay on the topic very long. Oh, interesting. Okay, get that shit out of here, player. New Kenneth. Oh man, I apologize, man. Okay, I gotta do better with the text. I don't know why they didn't come to the phone, but I see that some of y'all sent some text messages last night. I will reply to those shortly. But yes. For the one who asked if I have the number saved, yeah, I got you saved. I would definitely appreciate it if you start calling in more. I would love to hear from some of you folks who are regulars. You know, I'd definitely like to, you know, put your voice on the line. Let us get familiar with you. And then there's a man, Josephine, Johnny, Lord have mercy. Let's get this party started. I've got a call already coming in. I ain't even got the line on good. Hold on. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
Hey, man, it's Elise.
So, Lise, what is on your mind tonight, man?
Nothing much, man. I heard the conversation yesterday. I missed it, but I rewatched it earlier today. And it's childish, man. It's childish.
Childish? What do you say?
I was back in high school, man. I'm two grown-ass women acting older than what they're age, or acting younger than their age. Actually, shit. I mean, yeah. I believe one's a mess, though. I'm just leave that out there. The way, cause I mean, I've lived in a drug-powered area, so I know what a meth head looks like and acts like. I mean, when they talking so much, so fast, going 100 miles per hour in one thing, and then they just suddenly switch, go another 100 miles in another thing, a little bit off. You know, when they're hitting something, throwing something, you know, it's one of those things. But you know, that's just my observation.
Okay. So you felt like both of the ladies yesterday evening were, I wouldn't say out of their league, but out of line. You felt like they should have been above that. Is that what you're saying?
I know it should have been above it. I mean, conversation, but I mean, they should have handled it a different way. I would say that.
Okay.
Instead of just, you know, bitch. I mean, shit. I mean, it looked like I was back in high school again. How many bitches were there? Shit.
I counted 70 plus.
Yeah, see?
It was a lot of bitches in that call last night, and then that's not counting prior to the call connection. That is a world record. I need to call it Guinness.
Tony donated $2 through Super Chat. Hello, the Den folks.
Shout out to Miss Shonda. How you doing this evening, Miss Shonda? I appreciate the love. Wink, what's the motherfucking deal? Trey, what's the motherfucking deal? Yeah. So, I mean,
but actually did have some good points, though. I mean.
So what do you think? What points do you think they actually had that were pretty good in your opinion?
Okay, she kept called her out about Missy saying the N-word, and Missy was denying the N-word. She said the N-word, like. She said it with who was it? Broderick was on the line. She had said it right, clear as day. She was denying it. but you did say it. So you gotta own up to that. And then I don't believe Missy should have said, "Oh, you don't sound black, whatever," because you talk like a white person. I mean, come on now, that's kind of a low ball right there. Just because someone speaks proper, I don't believe that doesn't constitute them as a white person either. I mean, shit, that just means they're educated, they're not dumb. But again, it's Alabama, so I don't know nothing but hicks and hillbillies out of Alabama. But I digress.
Okay.
But Missy, not Missy. Actually, she lost her cool. I think she should have calmed down and not went off as much. I think she had it like to a certain standard, and then she was just playing her level. I was like, nah, that's not good.
So you felt like maybe she got baited into lowering the way she.
Oh yeah, as soon as the first bitch like came out the words of Missy mouth, it was on. It was just going downhill.
Okay. Like I say, I think there's a lot of views. I think there's a lot of angles that you can look at it in, and I'll let y'all decide. I'm not gonna really lean either one way because I think there are. I think you could say that people are faulted on both sides.
Missy kind of threw you out there from under the bus because she said that Honcho knows I'm not sick, or Honcho knows I'm not fat, I'm sick, or whatever. I'm like, oh, what's happening there? How do you know, Honcho? She's like, she threw you under the bus. She's like,
I got the nudes. What you talking about? I got the nudes. I get all the nudes.
See, man.
I'm just talking shit.
Like that,
let me stop before y'all start believing some shit. I'm just fucking with y'all, man. No, I do not have nudes.
No, man, but it was a pretty crazy conversation.
Okay.
It was a real fight, really cool girl fight. With the phone. Talk about being run up on, and damn well you ain't gonna do nothing but keep your fat ass down and talk some more shit.
Okay. So Tuesday, this thing will continue. Do you think it will be any better, or do you think it's gonna be just as bad?
Part 2?
Yes.
No, if they talk about the same shit, it's gonna be just as bad. But I think on Tuesday they should get over it. But I don't know.
Okay.
That all depends on how, if they want to fight it out somewhere. If they want to be, little high school girls again.
Okay. I mean, we'll see what happens. Like I say, I think, maybe that will give it time to quell down, and maybe we can have a more engaging argument, or maybe it'll be similar to what happened last night, and I'll suffer PTSD from it. So we'll see.
Right. So what's the conversation now? You desire for whatever?
Yeah, it's desire versus attraction, and the difference in the two. Because I think what you desire is something you can almost plan and determine, and attraction is something that you can have an idea of the things that you're attracted to, but sometimes attraction can be something that you're not expecting.
Wait, so you saying like the context, I desire something inside a person that I want? Is that like how you trying to put the context in?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So like desire is knowing. I think, in my opinion, is knowing. Okay, well, what I desire. So say if you're family oriented and you say, I desire a motherly woman, and she's going to be, a great mom to my kids, and she's going to do these things and do these things and do this and do that and the third. But let's be real. What are most men attracted to? Big titties, big asses, overly sexualized women, and people with airy titties. Even if you say, hey, well, I like a woman who's conservative and she carries herself a certain way, if it's some big titties on display in public, you're gonna fucking look, because you, as a man, you're attracted to that shit. If it's a big ass in public, you gonna fucking look. Even if some motherfuckers ain't attracted, they still go look. But so that's why I say attraction to me and desire is different. Desire is something that I think you have contemplated, that you have a knowledge of, that you want. I think attraction is less controllable. I think attraction can be more spontaneous, because then there's people that it's just been women that I've never seen, I've never pictured, or I had an idea that these women even exist, and you see him, and you're like, she's a very attractive woman. But then so I think that there are differences in the two.
Oh yeah, I mean, so like I guess the stuff I desire in a female is like being smart, kind of independent. You don't gotta rely on people. You're not one of those females. Oh, I don't have a man, so I'm gonna just do this and this and this to get attraction from me, so I get a man or some shit like that. That shit ain't effective. That's just like weak to me. But I guess that's the stuff I desire. I can check out all of that and do my own with right now, so I'm kind of happy. I'm good. I mean, attraction-wise, you big, you got a big booty, you got some titties on you, you got a nice face, you got a nice body, and you smart with all the other stuff. I mean, you really can't go wrong there. But the attitude, I mean, you just got to do with that.
I'm gonna shut this shit down. Okay.
That's all I really got.
Well, that's the best of these, man. I'm make sure I got your pistachios here for the first call. Okay, well, that's the BET, man. Well, like I said, I appreciate you calling in and sharing your thoughts on both topics.
No problem, man.
All right, you have a good evening, man.
All right.
Already. Make sure to give some of these pistachios. Here's the thing. See, look, man, I'm firing everybody. I'm just finna start rearranging wrenches. Look, y'all supposed to tell me I ain't got the number on the screen. But then again, it's my fault because I'm gonna be honest, I haven't been looking at the chat. Trying to get these pistachios out. No, you did 325? Okay, see, my fault. Well, I already know. See, look, I already know 325 is on point, even when I'm not. Even when he ain't on point, he on point in my book. The 325 got special privileges. See, I'll say I play favorites, right? I'm gonna show you I'm playing. So we need to protest to see more of the deal. Scotty be acting, man, look. I'm telling you, unless I have food, Scotty don't be fucking with me. Scotty only fuck with me on 2 occasions. Food, and if he needs to go outside. So, that's all I'm saying. Man, look, I'm telling y'all, it's tough. Oh man, look, we can get into that. We can get into a lot of these things. What's up, Professor? Happy birthday to Professor Trio, man. Happy birthday to Trio. You hold it down. I don't agree with half shit that nigga be talking about, but he ain't okay in my book, man. Let's see. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
Hello, Ed Honcho. It's your boy Trey James 19. How you doing tonight?
I am doing excellent, Mr. Trey James. How are you tonight, Mr. James?
I'm doing okay. I got like a minor cough, but I'm doing all right, really.
Okay. So, what are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Not much, really. All I want to say is that desire can really be a dangerous thing, Mm-hmm. Like, it can really drive people to do things that they wouldn't normally do. And we as people need to be careful about how we handle our desire.
Definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so have you ever been in a situation where desire has led you to a bad decision? I said, have you ever been in a situation where desire has led you to a bad decision?
Oh my gosh, yes. There's been quite a few times. There was one time not long ago in high school, I desired this chick who was really good looking. She was hot. But the thing is, I overlooked her personality and what people were telling me about her, and because of that, my feelings got hurt eventually. And it turned out she was a cancer in my life that I didn't need.
So what did it take for you to realize that she wasn't good for you?
Well, it's just that after a while, some of her beliefs were just not in line with mine, and plus she started treating me like crap. for a while we got along, but then all of a sudden she just kind of just changed on me, and she never told me why. And it really hurt me because I wanted to know why she was changed on me. Because hey, I was just being a friend to her. I was just being me.
Would you consider yourself would you consider yourself a nice guy?
Huh?
Do you consider yourself a nice guy?
Yeah, I'm pretty nice. I mean, I can get pissed off pretty easily.
Sean
I got a bad temper, but I'm a pretty nice guy. Yes.
Happy B-Day, Professor Drill.
Okay. Do you think that might have had something to do with it? Sometimes women say, when a guy's too nice and they feel like they can run over him and get their way, that they lose interest, that they, that's a turnoff to them. Do you think that might have been a part of the deal?
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's 2019, and the way it is now, I mean, being an asshole is just the way to be, I mean, because that's what women want, They want a guy that's an asshole.
Yes. I agree. It's a sad state of affairs. Again, and that's why I'm talking about, desire and attraction being different things, in my opinion. I think very closely related, but different things, because you can say you want one thing, but respond and react to something, completely different. And you see it happen to people all the time. But I do agree with what you said about, getting caught up in somebody and letting desire overwhelm you, and can lead you down a bad path. Sometimes it can be difficult to get away from that. Some people don't realize until it's too late. And some people, never get out of it, and it leads them to do illegal things, and it puts them gets them in a whole lot of trouble.
You see, here's the thing. I mean, desire and attraction, they're almost the same thing in a sense. They're almost the same thing. But the way I see it, like, attraction is like a tamer version of desire. You know what I mean? Like a tamer version of it. Yeah.
Okay. I can see that. And I agree. They're extremely close. I just think, to me, that they pose, maybe, what's the word I'm looking for? A different, I won't say a different intensity. I just think that, desire is more known, more of a known commodity. I think attraction is known to an extent, but I think that there are things that, like I said, you could be attracted to that you didn't even know that, appeal to you. And so that's why I think, like I said, I think they're extremely close, but I think there's just a little bit of a difference with attraction.
Yeah. And last point I'll make before I go, because I don't want to keep you too long, because I know there's going to be other callers wanting to call, and people in the stream probably won't want me to quit talking. So, but anyway, my last point is that, this is what I've noticed so far. I could be wrong, but this is what I've seen from a distance. We as men, we are held to a higher standard in this respect. Like, we men are like, we're supposed to be professional, like we're supposed to be able to handle things and be tough, you know what I mean? Yeah, we're supposed to be tough guys, you know what I mean? Because we're men and everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean by that?
Yeah, I get you. Absolutely. You're supposed to be a protector, a provider, a multitude of things when it comes to being a man. Women are, society does not uphold women to those standards. They just more or less expect women to just exist. And whether you expect loyalty and faithfulness out of it, but there are, like I say, it's just, society is changing, and some people are pushing certain agendas and certain beliefs that may not fall in line with that anymore. But
especially where I live right now, if a man emotionally reacts to, like, getting cheated on and betrayed and everything, people will look at him like he's crazy. But if a woman lashes out emotionally, then nobody criticizes her. And I just think that that's very wrong. They have the case in every place in the world, but in some places I've been to, I've noticed that if men lash out emotionally, they get looked down upon. But if women do it, people kind of give them a pass, and I think that's unfair.
Yeah, it is, kind of what it is. Men are expected to be more in control of their emotions. They're expected to manage their feelings a bit better. Women are entitled and allowed to respond, however. Yeah, again, there is that double standard. And like I say, with a lot of stuff, there's a double standard. And that's why I say, it's funny because, a lot of people are preaching, equality and, we should all be the same. But in reality, we'll never be the same. It's not going to happen because we are biologically built differently. You can talk about strength, we can talk about mentality, we can talk about the things that we respond and react to. We can try to paint this, we are one idea all we want to, but it's not true. And I think that that's fine, but I think people should embrace the roles in which, they're best suited for. And I'm not talking about, all women need to be in the house and, barefoot with the baby in the kitchen. I know that's what y'all talking about. I'm trying to look at her. You trying to be a fucking misogynist. Yes, I am a misogynist, but in a good way. I'm a nice misogynist. But my thing is just that I feel women are equal to be in the workplace. I think they should be in the workforce. I think they should be allowed to do anything they want to do. But let's be sensible and let's recognize that there are roles that are better suited for women. There are roles that are better suited for men. It just is the way it is. There's things that women are more attracted to, that they are more likely to want to watch and engage in. There are things that men are more likely to want to watch and engage in. It just is what it is. But people want to push this whole, like I said, we all think the same. There's no monolithic belief in any of this stuff. People are different. People are individuals. It is what it is. But society's changing, and they're trying to push a bunch of bullshit on you. It's up to you whether you take it or not. I'm cool on that because I'm not with it. So
100% facts, man. 100% facts. On one last thing,
yes, sir.
I was gonna say that. Hold on a minute. That. Oh yeah. Look, I mean, if I'm being honest, I mean, like, I'm only 19, so I mean, like, people are gonna take this one way or the other. But this is how I really feel in my heart. I just don't think there will ever be a time where all men and women will be able to coexist anymore. I just think that it's just never going to happen. Because you see, there's going to be people from both sides that are going to be disagreeing about different things. You know what I mean? I just don't believe that there will ever be a time ever again where men and women can come together and put their differences aside and be united as one. Okay. What are your thoughts about that?
I agree. I think that society, I think the mainstream media is pushing a lot of shit, that is divisive. But I think when it comes down to the core, people who think for themselves, people who are not buying into all of the hype, men have men who carry themselves a certain way and women who carry themselves a certain way. I think for the most part, people still have a lot of traditional values. Now, it's kind of here and there, and it depends on who you ask. I think culture, I think... like last night we were talking about, I think geographic location does play into it. I think political beliefs plays into it. But for the most part, I think there's a lot of people who still want those traditional roles. But there's some caveats to it, because some women want the traditional role of the man, but they don't want to suit the traditional role of the woman. Some men, it can be vice versa. But I think there still are a lot of people who will. I just don't think that's going to get promoted in the mainstream anymore. It's not going to get promoted through Hollywood. They have their own agenda. People make money off fear mongering and tell you that this is wrong, that is wrong. So there's going to be a lot of people who are pushing this, and then there's a lot of people who can push to every negative story that happens to have a woman primarily in it, and every negative story that happens to have a man primarily in it. And so there's people who have agendas to push, and those, like I said, squeaky wheel gets the grease. But I do believe that, I want to believe the majority. It might not be the majority. If it is, it's barely over the majority of people still want traditional roles. But it is declining, and I think it's declining. I guess you could say relatively rapidly. The more people watch TV, the more people watch these shows, they don't realize how much they're getting indoctrinated, how much their thoughts and their beliefs are getting swayed. But I do believe it's declining. So, but I would agree with you on the fact that there won't never be another time where everybody's on the same page.
For sure, man. For sure. Okay. All right, man. That's pretty much all I wanted to say. And I wish for you and the stream to have a great night and everything. I'm going to be watching the live stream for the rest of the duration of the show. Okay. Oh, and one last thing. Yes, FTC. Up the Colts, man.
Already, Trey, man. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you watching, man.
No problem, man. Gotta show some love, man, to H-Town, man.
Already, man. Shout out to Trey James. And, yes, fuck them Colts, goddammit. All right, man.
Bye, man. Peace.
Man. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
Hey, it's Belle. I made it in by the 3rd, so I'm pretty okay.
How you doing this evening, Miss Belle?
Hey, even Sweetberry had me on trying to get in before Misty, but, sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. Cool. Anyway, what was the topic, so that I can go with that?
Desire versus attraction, or desire and attraction.
Okay. My opinion on this is desire is what we seek from others. Attraction is what two people do for each other. You know, you're attracted to this one and they're attracted to you, so that's the attraction. That's two people meeting on a level. Desire is what we seek out, is what sometimes our ideal value is. Some people, you know, everybody chooses their own individual choice about what they want in a person. And it's always on the physical to begin with. Desire is always physical. But we can be attracted to somebody's mind. We can be attracted to somebody's athleticism. We can be attracted to somebody's work ethic. So those are all just different kinds of attractions. So we specifically talking about love and sex.
Like I say, what you mean, it's the variety of attractions. It doesn't always have to be, you know, directly sexually oriented. I mean, you know, I think eventually things lead up to that. Well, I guess you got some people who are asexual, so I guess they don't. But I think, you know, most of these things lead up to that. So it doesn't have to be directly about it, but you know, the things that attract people or things that people desire in someone else. So.
And I would say that attraction is very chemical in the beginning. And I like what somebody said earlier in the den tonight. They said that, they said attraction is organic. And it really can be. Sometimes you just meet somebody and you know that you're going to be connected with that person. It may not always be romantic, but there's an organic connection with people that are attracted to each other, and it doesn't always have to be romantic. So
I agree. I think that's actually the perfect explanation for it to me.
Yeah. I mean, I've been attracted to people and said, okay, I know this person's going to be a lifelong friend, but there wasn't, you know, and they ended up being they are one of my best friends. So but that's the thing. There's no romantic there, you know? And desire is ultimately what we want with that person. We seek it, but it's not always reciprocated on the other end because that's what we are projecting. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, I get it. I get what you're saying. That even though we're seeking, we may not receive it. Well, I guess I'm not wording this properly. I get what you're saying, but I'm not. I'm
going to give a really bad example here because it's not true, but I'll give a really bad example. I desire you, but you may not desire me. One person can have a desire for one person, but it may not be reciprocated on the other end.
Yeah.
Now, this is obviously not true about us because I can only see you as a little brother because you're so much younger, but I just wanted to put it out there so there was definitely no mixed messages. But that's kind of what happens is that people can be attracted to somebody, but it doesn't mean it's reciprocated. And I'm just repeating the hell out of myself tonight.
Okay. I get you.
So, got any thoughts on that? Got any to go with that?
I'm just really thinking about the attraction being organic thing, and like I said, I think that is that's an optimal way of putting it because, like I said, you can know things that you're attracted, but I think you only know that you're attracted to something after you've experienced that attraction. Now you can say, well, I like this and I like that, but you only know that you like that after you have seen it. I think you can, like you say, desire something, or we seek to be desired. But I think those is more of an idea base. You maybe have seen other people have these things, and you would think that you would like to have these things too. But the fact that, like you said, the organic thing to me is what's been sticking out. I think that's a perfect way of putting it.
So let me ask you a question. Do you not think that some things are innate? It has to be experienced first before we can desire it?
I don't necessarily think so. I think desires can be. I don't think you necessarily have to experience. I think you can just know this is something that I would like. I mean, you can know yourself, like you said, we long to be desired. I think you can know yourself and know what you would like to have, even though you may not have direct experience. A lot of people who've had maybe bad relationships, right? And they've been with a certain type of person, and they've ran into the same type of individual 2 or 3 times, and maybe they finally come to the realization that, hey, you know what? This ain't it. I need to desire something. I may be attracted to these type of people, but what I'm really seeking, what I'm really desiring deep down inside is something completely different. And maybe this type of person that I'm attracted to is not bringing it to me. So maybe you've never had that experience, but you know what it is that you want out of the situation. So I don't think you necessarily have to have experienced it to know what it is that you desire.
I think that that's a great example, because sometimes women, so-called, want to attract the bad boys, but not necessarily what they deep down desire is somebody that's going to be give them security and give them, a lot of different things. So yeah, I can see that as being a good comparative value. And I'm just going to go out on a limb here, and this is my only thing about last night. It was definitely a Jerry Springer making of a show.
Man.
Neither one of the ladies ended up acting and behaving like ladies towards the end, and hopefully when it comes up on Sunday night, they will behave like ladies. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Okay. Yes, it was a vicious exchange. Hopefully, like I said, when we get to part 2, that maybe we can get some clarity. I don't think we'll necessarily resolve anything all the way, but maybe we can just see both sides of the conversation presented in a more understandable fashion.
Absolutely. I mean, I would like to see them talk it out, and hopefully it can come to some sort of something. But yeah, it got really petty and not very ladylike, and I was a bit disappointed in both of them. But shit happens, and people fuck up. So, all right, I pretty much said what I need to. I'd love to hear everybody else's opinion on the topic for tonight, and I'm sure not all of what happened last night will be kept quiet. But anyway, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
All right. Well, Miss Bell, the Bell Has Rung class is in session. I thank you for calling in.
All right, good night.
Good night. All right. What's the motherfucking deal?
Honcho, what's good, my nigga?
Man. Prefect, I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Did you hear what happened last night?
I did not, and I just got here, and Ms. Bell kind of touched on it, so please tell me what the fuck happened last night.
I don't think I have the vocabulary nor vernacular to properly give it its just due. But all I can suggest is, last night we had a stream, and it was just kind of, about, thankfulness and how problems aren't really that big of a deal. And it wasn't a planned debate night. But maybe about, I'd say, about an hour before the end of the stream, there was a call that took place. And the best I can say is you just have to hear it. It's interesting. It may be one of the most vicious exchanges that has ever taken place in the den.
Okay, now I see where you're going with this, and it sounds like you can't go in detail about it. Mm-hmm. I simply have one question for you.
Yes.
Who was the exchange between?
Miss Ashley and Miss Misty.
Oh, say less. I got to have that. Say less. I got to have that. That shit was. Oh boy, that shit was just that. I got to listen to that. I got to have that today.
Yeah. Oh man, it is.
Bro, Honcho, I'm so mad because I did everything I was supposed to do for Thanksgiving. I got everything. Ate early. You know what I'm saying? We having the Obama family Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? Niggas dressed up. We didn't ate early.
Yeah. And
I'd be damned if my cousin don't bring one of them these feminists to the fucking Thanksgiving dinner. Oh, it was horrible. It was horrible, bro. Because this is the crazy thing about it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You know how, okay, we played Taboo. You know what I'm saying? I'm kicking ass as usual.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My brothers were kicking ass, the guys versus the girls. Mm-hmm. So, I'm ready for the second plate. You know what I'm saying? So, the ladies, we said we want some more food. the ladies immediately get up and, go towards the kitchen to go get our plate. So she was like, well, what y'all doing? Like, what y'all gonna do? I said, we gonna get our plate. And she's like, what you mean? I said, they gonna go get our plate. She goes, oh, no, I think that's just pig-headed. That's just misogynist. I said, it sounds like you don't want to eat. I said, because my wife will get my plate. I don't know what you're talking about. So, and I could see as she was making these comments or whatever, my brother was I could look in his eyes and tell he was getting kind of pissed off. He ain't trying to hear this shit, because, he ain't trying to hear all this old bullshit ass, women can do everything a man can do. Look, man, we ain't trying to hear all that shit. And he was looking at me like he was across the table, and I kind of kicked him in his leg. And it happened, Honcho. I knew it was coming. And we knew what she was when she walked in. Yeah. She had the afro with the glasses, with the little nose, I don't know what it's called, the little nose piercing.
Oh, that's it. That's the sign, right? The septum, septum, something piercing. I know, man. Look, I see those, I run. I don't want to smoke.
Look here, man. As soon as she came in with that shit, I said, man, this can be a long motherfucking night. And before you know it, she telling us how the taboo questions were misogynist, and it was easier for the guys to know it.
Wow.
And I told her, I said, the taboo questions are the taboo questions. We beating y'all because we know sports references and y'all don't. You know what I'm saying? So shit like that, and it took on a mind of its own, and you know what I'm saying? Basically, she went on this tirade about how basically we're the white men of the black community. Successful black men, we're the white men we're the white men of the black community, and how we look past people who are beneath us. I think she kind of told us that we let money make us, and we look down upon people. Now this is wild because we ain't never met this bitch before. And in the end, I almost told her, you just one of many, right? Like, you just the one he brought to dinner today. Like, you ain't you nobody. You ain't nobody. But nonetheless, man, that shit went the opposite way. And I told my cousin, look here, man. I said, it's probably best that you and her go and get in the car and leave before she fuck around and get all her little nappy afro pulled out, strand by strand. I said, 'cause this ain't the place for you, man. I ain't with that shit.
Yep.
So, nonetheless, okay. Let me tell you the difference between desires and attraction, okay? Desires don't mean shit in my house, because until I act upon it, it don't mean shit. Attraction don't mean shit, because if you ain't willing to put the work in and you ain't willing to be the person who I'm attracted to, it don't hold any weight. So a lot of women are attractive. But once you get them, you realize this ain't something you're supposed to be attracted to. You're attracted to her look or her ambition, whatever the case may be, and you realize this ain't the shit you signed up for. You know what I'm saying? So in the end, you find out real fast that this ain't really nothing you wanted. My desire, in my personal opinion, I can't speak for nobody else's desires. My desires hold zero weight. I desire all kind of wild shit all the time. And then I don't act upon it, so don't do me nothing. Yeah. I want all kind of crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know what? I really want an ice cream sundae with a motherfucking slice of pizza. Now, until you leave the crib to go get that combination, how was you going to get all that shit? It ain't happening. Plus, if you eat an ice cream sundae and a slice of pizza, you probably going to shit on yourself. Like, as soon as you get done, you're going to probably shit your pants. So that's just how I look at it, you know what I'm saying, from that standpoint. And the caller before Miss Bell, it was Trey, right?
Yes.
Okay. Trey, let me give you a little heads up, man. You said you were what? You were 19 or whatever. Let me tell you something. Trey, you are right that in this space that we're in, especially with your age group, men and women cannot coexist in that space. Here's the caveat, though, bro. If you search and you do not lower your standards, you will find what you're looking for in a woman. There are women who take on the traditional role. There are women who are looking for you to be the king of the castle. Now, majority of women are going to tell you one thing like, oh, a woman can do everything a man can do, and she going to tell you about how y'all even and shit, and every time it's time for y'all to eat, she going to act like she ain't got no money. Get rid of them hoes. The women who constantly got to tell you how they feel about everything in every situation, get rid of them hoes. I don't even listen. Just go past them, no matter how good they look. If she feels the need to tell you about how bad women got in every situation, get rid of them hoes. You don't want nothing to do with her. Nothing to do with her. But if you keep searching, you're going to find that gem. Now, let me tell you what that gem going to look like, okay? Because I don't want y'all to think that gem is going to be this ultimate diamond shining amongst all of them. No. See, that gym will come to you, and it's gonna probably be somebody that's your friend. It's gonna probably be somebody who you can relate to in every situation. It's gonna be like a person who you organically like in everything. This person just gets you. Like on Sunday when you sit down to watch the football game, she'll sit next to you and she'll offer you something to eat. Or she'll offer you, hey, is it loud enough for you? Can I turn it up for you? Get you something to drink? See, that's the gym. That you want, but you gotta look for it. You gotta look for it. And I'm gonna tell you something else about the gym. She's probably not gonna be the baddest bitch that you got. She's probably not gonna be the finest woman you ever came across. She's probably not. She's going to be the most desirable thing you've ever experienced because she gets you. It don't matter how weird they say you are. It don't matter how stupid it could seem. If you might be one of them niggas who went to what's that shit called, anime with the dragon. You might be one of them Dragon Ball Z niggas running around with the long, you know what I'm saying, with the long dress shirts on and all that weird looking shit. But guess what? She gets you, and she gonna be an anime also. You might be into all them astrologies, whatever that shit called, Pisces and all. I don't know about none of that bullshit. But guess what? If you into that shit, you tarot card reading, you want them type of niggas, find you a woman who into that shit, and I promise you, she gonna complete you. I promise you. Me and Trill talk about this shit all the time, bro, and I'm telling y'all, it's real out there. What you were searching for is out there. But if you settle, it's gonna make the biggest mistake of your life, because the fact of the matter is, men and women, I want all y'all to hear me, and this is inverse for both of y'all. A woman can't change a man to being who she wants him to be, and a man damn sure can't change a woman to being what he wants. I'm telling you, y'all, if you don't want no parts of these, you don't want no parts of these women who constantly got to tell you and hear me roar, and they got to tell you about everything and everything. Listen, bro, stay away from them, because once you get them, I'm telling you, they are not going to change, bro. They gonna sit around this motherfucker and they gonna make your life a living hell in every situation. They gonna tell you all this old kind of wild shit about how men shouldn't be doing this, and then you be like, well, damn, bitch, how long have you been a man? Oh, they tell you a real man wouldn't watch football all day. Well, when have you been a real man? How many days for you to tell me some shit like that? And ladies, you got these men out here who they willing to do the bare minimum to acquire you. You know what I'm saying? You want a man who gonna provide everything for you, okay? There's men out here gonna just do the bare minimum to get your attention. Get rid of them motherfuckers. Get rid of them, because there's somebody out there's willing to meet you in everything you want in life, every qualification thing you think that a man should have. He has every last one of those qualities. Again, ladies, he ain't gonna be 6'6" with an 8-pack and a whole bunch of tattoos and have a whole bunch of gold teeth in his mouth. He ain't gonna be that. They don't come in that package. I'm telling you now, they don't come in that package. But if you stick through it, if you really, really stick through it, and if this is what you're really looking for in a man, you'll find him. And the most important thing is that you go through this journey trying to find your better half, don't fucking settle. Because if you don't settle, I'm telling you, you're going to land on your feet. You're going to be the happiest person out of everybody. And for everybody who was out here, you know what I'm saying, chasing the bad bitch, I'm telling you right now, when you get 30, and fellas, all y'all need 30, y'all going to keep doing it. Y'all going to keep on enjoying it. Y'all going to keep on chasing that, and it's leading to a dead end. When you hit around between 25 and 30 is when you realize it. You don't want nothing to do with these bad bitches. These hoes are worthless. Ladies, all these niggas who ain't got no substance, they just look good. These people, you're going to get a flat tire, and they're going to be looking back at you, waiting for you to change the flat tire. I'm telling you, like, this is the way this shit really works. So if you go about it the right way and your search is organic and is real, you're gonna find what you're looking for. That's my piece for y'all. Hopefully that gives y'all a little insight on how the real world really works. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe I'm not the right person to tell y'all, since, you know what I'm saying, I just be wilding most of the time anyway, but that's just something to help y'all a lot. You know what I'm saying? So that's just something to kind of get y'all where y'all need to be. What you got for me, Honcho?
Man, all I'm gonna say is, let me see. We about an hour or so in. Go look for that call, and before if you have some time now to go check it out, just listen to it. If you got some time, call back before the stream is over. I would like to know your thoughts.
Oh no, I'm finna work these two pots right now. You know, I got multiple computers. We're finna get this shit going right now. We're finna work these pots right now.
Man, It's
because this like some shit that just needs my attention immediately.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know the exact time step, but it's about I want to say it's about an hour from the end of the stream. And like I
Perfect.
said, it starts off with Miss Ashley calling, and then it goes from there. I would definitely like to know your opinion on that, Mr. Prepaid.
Well, you know Miss Ashley. she wired funny. Something wrong with that thing. That motherfucker there wired crazy. Miss Ashley is the rudest. Her voice sounds so angelic, and it sounds like it's so peaceful. And that little motherfucker is rude. Ooh, that's a motherfucking firecracker right there. See, Miss Ashley type of woman, you been to took somewhere and you ain't really paying attention, and she been to fucked around, got in a fight with everybody. She said she ain't got no business. Like, no business. Saying, like, you know what? Hey, bro, and you bring it to things and be like, hey, man, don't bring her over here no more, man. Keep her motherfucking ass where she at. And Miss Missy got a little, because y'all ain't caught on to it yet. Miss Missy's from Alabama, so she's not like a regular white person. They be around us. That's why y'all was asking about that motherfucking potato salad. Ain't no raisins in that shit.
She said she even asked around about the potato salad. She had to do some fact checking. See, she came back. She was like,
yeah, man,
I don't see none of that shit.
Country white people in the South are pretty much like niggas. Like we pretty much all the same people.
Oh yeah.
They eat the same way we do. Yeah. They complain about shit the same way we do. So I'm just letting y'all know, like, y'all might want to open your eyes up. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So what I'm gonna do, Honcho, man, I'm gonna get off this call, man, and I'm gonna listen to both of them because I already know it's gonna go down.
No, it's wild, man. But that's a bit prepaid, man. Like I said, I'll be looking forward to your call after you finish that up, man.
Most definitely, you got it, my brother.
No, already.
Yeah.
Man, that's wild. The feminists at the family function. That's tough. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
You know who this is, Ed.
I'm not sure. Who is this?
Really?
Really? The voice sounds familiar.
Rise up. I'm still rising up. I'm still.
No, ain't no rising up. Y'all eliminated from any kind of playoff. So y'all sitting down. Y'all definitely sitting down at this point.
Let me tell you something. Last night, Jesus was the first night I almost got into a fight as being a season ticket holder, Jesus. I swear to God. It was Thanksgiving. I didn't have no Thanksgiving food, so I went now. I ain't have no food now because I ain't cooked. Okay? I didn't go to nobody's house. I didn't do none of this shit. And then these obnoxious ass motherfuckers come through this bitch and think they're going to be all in my ear and the Falcons fans. Let me tell you, let me tell you something. I hope it's the Falcons fans this.
No, ain't no Falcon fan.
Just because we're losing, you want to sell your fucking seats to anybody.
Hell yeah.
So you want to have these motherfuckers in my ear next to me? Oh, that was the worst shit.
I sell the tickets too, shit. I would go.
But I'm still going to go because I own my seat.
Unnecessary suffering. Why you doing that to yourself?
I paid the PSLs off, so I own my seat. I'm going. I'm not selling it to me. But anyway, Ed.
We was just talking about self-inflicted suffering. Why are you doing that to yourself?
Because I'm a Falcons fan. I'm not a bandwagoner.
That's tough, man.
I'm a Falcons fan, okay? Just like I'm an OU Sooners fan. And if I lived in Oklahoma, I'd be at every game, which I go to one game every year. But I am a Falcons fan. I don't win, lose, whatever. I'm a Falcons fan. So when we start winning, when Matt Ryan gone, Jesus Christ, when Trufant gone, but we ain't gonna get into that. When we start winning, okay, I'm still here. I've been a season ticket holder for 10 years. I'm gonna say that. Okay. Okay. Now let's talk about you, Ed.
Okay.
You text me. No, first of all, I text you. And I said, when are we going to do this segment? No answer.
But I never got the text. I meant to respond. I meant to reply back to you.
For your janky ass line. For your janky ass line, no answer.
Was there any kind of picture or anything attached to it? Or just a regular text message?
No, I sent it in the... I don't know your regular number. I just know the numbers.
Yeah, because you said it, and I meant to hit you back to say that I never got one, and I did mean to hit you because
But it's the same number. Like I see my text, but I don't see yours. It's the same the new then text. Because I see what I text you, but you don't text me. But then you asked me a question.
Yes, I did.
So then I text you back, and you did not. You said, "When are we?"
Yes.
I just text you again. So did you see the text I sent you back?
Let me see. Let me pull it up because my problem is I think I cut the notification. What the fuck? Some people, boy, folks be desperate.
You said, Angela, when are we gonna do Angela's advice? Tell me what I text you after that.
Oh man, people really be desperate on they shit, and that's funny. My bad. Let's see. Let me see. Oh, I figured, Ashley, when you said that, but the way you responded to that question. So what I mean, whenever I see you, I gotta fight you. Let me see. Yes, the response that I got from you was that you texted me days ago and asked me that. I never got the.
Exactly.
Okay, but the last thing I got before that was catch up tomorrow because I'd been on the road for a long time, so I didn't get the other. I didn't get the other one about, when you was in the segment. So, but it's my fault because I should have responded. I did get your last text message and I did not respond back. So that is on me. I could have informed you and said that, hey, I could have gave you a time or whatever. But I do have an idea in mind. So when we have time, we will chop it up and we will discuss that.
Okay, that's cool.
Toxic Femininity Sex donated $5. Hoes will be hoes. They get it from their hoe ass
I don't have no other
mom.
number. I just have this one. So when I text me back.
Appreciate the love, Toxic. I forget you. I just look. It's just been it's just been some things going on, and so I'm terrible with. Sometimes I can be bad with communication because I still got some emails and I got some other things I got to do. So I apologize. Like I say, I could have responded back then, and I did not. So I will definitely inform you of my thoughts and ideas. Then you can respond and tell me if you agree or disagree or what works for you and what doesn't, and we will definitely go from there.
My thing is, Ed, tell me what day and what time.
Okay.
That's my thing. That's what I told you. Tell me what day and what time, and so we're gonna do this, and I'm cool. Now I didn't see the live stream last night. Y'all talking about it, so I'm gonna watch it. I was busy. I was busy, and I was asleep today. Because I'm going to go back and watch what happened. What happened last night. I missed it. So, hashtag desire, hashtag attraction, and hashtag service.
Yes. Yes.
That's a lot.
Yes. Can you?
That's a lot.
So yeah, what are your thoughts on desire and attraction? And because we live in a day and age too where a man can try to be nice, a man can try to be go after something that he desires, that he's attracted to, and people will call it thirst. It doesn't even necessarily mean that he's doing things out of desperation, even if it's just a simple attempt to make a conversation or to have a simple connection. And women will call it thirst. Women will post, and it's funny that you mentioned the thirst because I looked on my thing and I'm just like, wow, people posting these thirst trap pictures. Women will post whole pictures of their ass cheeks and almost exposing everything else. And if a man comments on it, oh, he's thirsty. But yet, motherfuckers is posting half naked. So I mean, what are your thoughts on this?
Okay, so it's funny you mentioned that because I just did a live tonight on thirst. But now. So I can't speak for the younger folks. Let me put this out there. Okay, I can't speak for the younger people because thirst came up recently with this younger generation. So back in the day, when a man compliments you, it wasn't called thirst.
Correct.
When a man compliments you, if you're putting yourself out there, okay, just say I'll make a video or I'll put a picture out there with nothing on. And men comment on it. So you're gonna have women saying it's thirst. But really, who's the thirsty one putting the picture out there nude? Who's the thirsty one? So you can't expect to do something and people not coming, especially men when it comes to women. Even women come to men, but that's not what you're talking about. So what you're talking about is men. Mm-hmm. Okay, so if I put something out there and I'm showing my body, let's just not even say nude. Let's just say lips smoked out and I got on all the makeup and I'm showing cleavage and this and that. Mm-hmm. If no man comments on that, then you're going to feel like nothing. Exactly. But as soon as a man say, "Oh, you beautiful, you fine," oh, he thirsty. Mm-hmm. Because, I mean, it's not a win-win thing with this thirsty, quote-unquote, thirsty thing. Yeah. Because no matter what, everybody wants to be complimented. And I don't give a fuck who you is, and I don't care if you admit it or not. You want to be complimented.
How much does it have to do, though, with the level of the attraction of the person who comments? Because if you're doing that, you're obviously seeking something. And like you just said, if nobody commented, you feel hurt. Mm-hmm. How much of that has to do with getting a response from the person you want to get a response from?
I mean, regardless, if you're doing that, you want to get a response from more than that person. If you're trying to get that response for one person and several people comment, you're trying to make that one person jealous. Mm-hmm. Point blank. Mm-hmm. We know what we do as adults. Mm-hmm. If you're trying to seek attention from one man or one woman and other people comment, you're hoping that one man or one woman reads those comments and get jealous. Mm-hmm. If you're seeking attention from one person. Mm-hmm. Now, thirst is different. Thirst is you're seeking attention from more than one person. Mm-hmm. Thirst is not seeking attention from one person. That's you trying to make that person jealous, point blank. You're trying to make that person look at you and you're trying to make them jealous. Thirst is different. Thirst is you're just thirsty for attention, point blank. And don't get mad when you don't get the attention you don't want, because attention is going to come in all forms. When you do certain things, that's the day of online, social media, and all that. You put something out there, you put a picture out there, you put a photo out there, you put a post out there, you put something out there that you want people to respond to. Don't get mad how they respond to it, because that's what you were looking for. If you want something to be private or intimate, you're not going to put it on social media.
So I have a question.
You can't expect social media to respond the way you want them to respond every time, because everybody has their own opinion. And when you put it out there, it's out there.
I have a question, though, Miss Angela. So why is it that women, and I'm not going to blame it all on women, men have their weird ways of operating too. I don't think men have the benefit of the thirst trapping pictures as much, unless you got to be like an athlete or some type of special specimen or something, then maybe you can get away with those things. But why is that women try those things too? Like you said, if they maybe they're trying to get a specific person's I hate y'all sometimes on these text messages. To get into, why can't women just be direct? If it's a specific person's attention that you're seeking or trying to get, why can't they be direct? Because there's a little situation going on with me, myself, and I've told y'all about, the recent changes in what's going on, in my life and things like that. So I shared this particular information with a person, and I'm not going to get into the history of any of it, but as soon as I did, I noticed how some of their postings changed and certain things changed, but I'm not the type of person to fall for. I really honestly don't give a shit like that. By me stating that had nothing to do with me making any kind of intents or suggestions or anything like that. It was just, hey, this is what it is, blah, blah, blah. Because actually I need them to do me a favor for something else, and and they were, you know how women go, why your girlfriend can't do it. And so, I just casually mentioned whatever. And so I know this person's intents. I know what they are trying to do, because again, like I said, the whole style and the way that they've been posting things and a lot of stuff since that day, specifically at that time, because it happened very shortly after that. has changed. So why if women have a certain thought or certain behavior or belief, why can't they just be direct? Like why must they be difficult and expect men to play these guessing games?
Okay, so every woman is not direct. I am. I don't know how to be no other way. But that's just me. I mean, I'm direct. Like, if I wanted you, like, before I was married, you know, if I was out there, if I just wanted dick from you, I'm going to tell you I can use dick from you. But that's me. If I just wanted this from you, I'm going to tell you that. But that's just not the way women work. And that's the thing y'all need to understand. Like, men are, y'all are impatient. Y'all don't have patience. Y'all are impatient creatures. That's what it is. Y'all just straight and direct because it's me. But women are not like that. And I'm not saying every woman. I'm not speaking for every woman. Because you know that there are some women out there who beat around the bush, who play games, and this and that. So, if you're not that type of man who wants a woman to beat around the bush and play games, then that's not something you could deal with. Like, my husband, he wanted somebody that was straightforward. Like, I'm a straightforward motherfucker. Like, I'll just tell you, your ass. Like, I'll just tell you. I don't know how to be no other way.
I want
like,
you,
if this is what
and I'm going to have you.
If this is what I want from you, this is what I'm going to tell you what I want from you. But every woman is not like that. And y'all got to understand, like, if you want that person or if you want to be with that person, you know, men know. Y'all know. Y'all know how women are.
I don't know nothing.
Act like y'all don't know.
I'm oblivious to everything. Look, if I'm not told straight, I'm going to deliberately play stupid and be oblivious to to everything. Because if you want to play games, I'm well equipped to play games too. Like I don't know. To me, it's stupid
that's
shit.
What I'm saying is, some men want to play the game. Like, okay, girl, you want to play? I'm gonna play. But there's some people who say, I'm not going to play those games. Like, be straightforward with me. And so you got to know who you are as a person, whether it's male or female. Like, I don't play those games. I'm straightforward. I just tell you what it is. Whether you like it or not, whether you disagree or not, I'm just going to tell you how it is and what the fuck I want. Like, I'm going to tell you what I want off the rip. Like, I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm not going to hide in the bushes. I'm not going to tell you this is what I want and this is not what I want. I'm not going to tell you I'm happy with something and I'm not happy with something. But that's not all women like that. And it's not all men like that. So if there's men that's with the shit, okay, I'm going to play along with your game, then do you. But there's some women who don't deal like that. Like, there's women who don't deal with it like that. So you got to know what you want as a man. Do you want a woman that's straightforward, or do you want a woman that's toying with your emotions, basically?
Your emotions toying. But that's what I'm saying. But my thing is that if you play those games, you're going to be the one that loses. Like, if I'm aware that you're playing on, I'm not really. It's going to be a loss. Now I got a question for you, Miss Angela. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So have you ever posted thirst trap pictures before you were with your husband?
No. You got to remember how old I am. There was no thirst pictures then. Like, no. And I'm so embarrassed.
You say you've been married for how long now?
There wasn't. Like, this shit just started recently. Like, I'm in my late 40s, so no.
Okay, but you say you and your husband married for how long now?
We've been married for 18 years.
18 years, okay.
So, no, there was no thirst pictures.
So,
18 years ago.
About 2001, 2002-ish, around that time, 2001-ish, something like that?
2002.
Okay. Yeah, you about right.
January 2002.
The AOL was still popping. Niggas was on AOL, getting kicked off of AOL, had to use CompuServe and shit.
No thirst pictures.
Okay.
Right. But I don't think the type of person I am, I still wouldn't have, because of the things I've been through in my life and the type of person I am. I probably still would have. But the people that's doing it now, some women are making hella money off of that shit. And some women are doing it for free. But that's their thing. But don't get mad when shit is said.
Mm.
You know, when men are dogging you or shit is said, don't get mad. You see what I'm saying?
Go ahead,
Because I
Mark.
preach this to my nieces, my nieces, my girls. Like, don't send out your fucking news to people you don't know.
What?
Like,
What?
men, when you get mad, y'all post shit. That's what y'all do.
Who does
Because if
that?
we
No,
get
y'all
mad and post shit,
too
y'all
many.
ain't gonna care. Y'all don't give a fuck. Y'all don't give a fuck if we post a dick.
Y'all is too
Y'all
many.
don't care.
Y'all is too many. That's a different type of man, and that's for you women folk who know men so well. Y'all have to know what type of niggas y'all fucking with when y'all fucking with them. Cause trust me,
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
There have been lots of shenanigans I've been through with multiple women. I've never done that.
I don't
type of
agree
thing.
with you much.
Mm-hmm.
I don't agree with you much.
But you should.
You know that.
But you should always agree with me.
But
especially about your football
fandom. I don't agree with you much. Can we finish talking without me hanging up the fucking phone on you?
Well, why would you do that? I thought we was agreeing. I thought we was agreeing tonight.
Like, we won 3 fucking games this season, so just lay off the bullshit. Okay?
Okay. It's your world.
I'm still rising up. Okay?
Sit down.
I'm still rise up.
Okay.
No one can say that I'm not, because I am. So we're not talking about that, Ed. We're talking about something different.
Okay, I apologize.
Okay?
Okay.
So, I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
One thing. Thirst is real.
Mm-hmm.
These days.
Mm-hmm.
Thirst back in the day, we didn't know about thirst because there was not social media. Like, there was not social media. There were still thirsty women back in the day, but it just wasn't social media.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all can say what y'all want. I mean, it was still thirsty people back in the day. It just wasn't social media.
Absolutely.
That's all. That's all me there. And you can't get mad because every woman. Okay, let me change this because if there's social media, every woman back in the day didn't mind a man giving her compliments. He wasn't thirsty for giving her compliments, whether she had a man or not.
Mm-hmm.
So, compliments are compliments.
Correct.
No matter if you look like a Gila monster, the booger wolf, or what the fuck ever, compliments are compliments.
Mm.
He wasn't thirsty. And if you're walking around with your booty shorts on, and your ass hanging out, and your titties hanging out, and then when somebody compliments they're thirsty, that's ridiculous.
Mm.
You want compliments. That's why you're dressing like that. Duh. It's not no other because I want to, because I want to dress and I have the right. No, ma'am. You want compliments. So when you get them, whether they're good, bad, perverted, cringy, creepy, you dress like it.
Mm.
I'm not telling you how to dress. I told my girls how to dress. I can't tell no other woman in this world how to dress. I told my girls how to dress.
Mm.
But when you dress like that, expect everything to come at your ass.
Mm.
You can't walk down the street with your ass hanging out and your titties hanging out and not expect no man to whistle. I say, come here, girl. Ooh, girl, come here, girl. With the man with all the keys, shaking the keys, talking about he got some soda in his trunk. Talking about, come here, girl. No, don't get mad. Don't get mad.
What?
Don't get mad.
The man with the keys say he got some soda in the trunk.
The man with all the keys, got 100 keys and he got soda in his trunk. And
Does he have like
here,
vending
girl.
machines? Like, what does this man do?
Don't get mad.
Mm. Okay.
It's a certain way. If you don't want to get complimented, if you don't want to get whistled at, do what you do. You know how it is.
Okay.
But it's just not. I don't know. That's my take. Is
Okay.
So I agree with you on this. I really do.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that we found something
Desire
that
and attraction. Desire and attraction. Desire. But let me tell you something about desire. Desire is not that girl who's walking around with her ass hanging out and her titties. That's not desire. Desire is something totally different from a man.
Mm-hmm.
And you can agree with me, Ed. Desire is not that woman with everything hanging out. That's not desire.
Mm-hmm.
Desire is something totally different.
I agree. I think, like I said, I think that may be attraction, but I don't think that's desire.
Dude. Exactly. It's two totally different things.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to be attracted to somebody that want to fuck. And it's okay. We all been there. If you're grown and you want to admit it, I didn't want to marry everybody out school. Come on. Get real.
Yeah, you've informed us on you informed us on some of your reasoning behind
I only
that.
wanted to marry one man. Mm-hmm. Right. I only wanted to marry one man. The man I'm married to.
That's tough.
Now who had that fire and broke my damn back? Nah, I didn't want to marry him.
No, see, look,
breaking other people's back.
We're not going to get back into that. That's a whole
okay, we will on my day.
Okay.
We will on Anderson's invite day.
Okay, absolutely. We absolutely will. You can give us a more thorough explanation of that. But here's the deal, Miss Angela. We go get a couple more calls in, but I definitely appreciate you calling in. And I will get back to you after the stream. I'll text you, and we can kind of come to a conclusion on how we want to handle that. All right. Appreciate your call. Thank you. Shout out to Miss Angela. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
Man, Honcho, I just listened to that call, bro.
Dakota. How are you doing this evening? It's been a couple of days since we done chopped it up, man. How you feel? How you feeling about that call, man?
Man, that shit was hilarious, bro. But I would say it was a draw. For the simple fact of the matter was, Miss Misty let Ashley dumbass pull out a character. And, cause all Miss Misty had to do was say, hey, look, I wasn't the one that debated Big M. That was Miss Bell. And Miss Bell said the word nigga to make a point. She wasn't saying it to be facetious or anything. She said it to make a point. So, just on that character alone, Miss Misty would have won that if she would have stayed in character, but she allowed Ashley to pull out a character and came out looking just bad because she was like, oh, you know when a heroin addict go through when they get sick, it's called withdrawals, Miss Misty. And you're a nurse, you're supposed to know that, but okay. Oh, man. That shit gave me life, bro. I was dying laughing over here, man.
It was
wow.
There was a lot of stuff that happened in that phone call. I'm not gonna lie. The one thing that got me though was the Mountain Dew.
Yes, that I'm like, where did Mountain Dew come into this? Because she was like, you look like a fat, pasty white bitch. Go drink some Mountain Dew. I'm like, what?
Just the randomness of the Mountain Dew that I just.
Oh man. So
that was last night.
yeah, I shouldn't have went to bed, but I was dozing off listening to the lady before that, and it wasn't. She was saying some good stuff. I was just dirt shit tired last night.
Man, that was a very wild. I'm telling you, it was completely unexpected. So, it was craziness. No.
The funny part, I seen how Toli said she threw you under the bus. She was like, "Honcho know what I look like. What you got going on, Honcho?"
I told you, man. I get all the news, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, it's a catfish check. I got to make sure, we ain't got no whiskery catfish, swimming around in the den. So, it's a proper check. Man, I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm just talking shit. Nah, you know, I've seen most of the people. Well, I won't say most of the people, but I've seen a few of the women in the den, and so I can confirm that I have seen Miss Misty. Yes.
Yeah, that was epic. And you said that continues Tuesday, because I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need the rest of that.
Yeah, Tuesday. I think we were supposed to. I couldn't handle it yesterday. Everybody was trying to get it back. I couldn't have done it last night. I couldn't handle another round of that last night. So Tuesday we will resolve the rest of the conversation.
Cool.
Oh, that's what's happening. You lost over 100 pounds. That's what's up.
But yeah, like I said, there's some clarity on some things I'm gonna need Tuesday, so I will definitely be in that.
Okay. That's the VT. I'm laughing at prepaid over there, man. Okay. Yeah, that's what I think. Like I say, hopefully, that we can, like I say, try to get some. I don't expect it to be much of a resolution, but maybe we can get some clarity behind the arguments and we can figure something out. I'm gonna have to get up on my moderator game. I'm gonna have to, like I said, do a couple more push-ups tonight, and between now and then, and maybe I'll be ready. Yeah, so it's it's tough, man. Woo. It's tough situation.
That was funny. Mm-hmm. But as far as the topic tonight, it's like, oh man, desire and attraction.
Mm-hmm.
I can only speak for myself when it comes to that. Mm-hmm. Like, I desired my baby mama, but I was never attracted to her. Mm-hmm. And I equate desire to lust in you know, a sexual sense. Because my baby mama, like, body wise, she looked good, and it was like I was you know, I'm 3 years older than her, so I was 17. I'm 3 years older than her. Do the math. Mm-hmm. I was 17, mm-hmm. and she lied to me about her age, but my dumb ass still stuck with her and got a baby by her, so it is what it is. Mm-hmm. But, you know, she looked good, so I'm like, damn. 4-5 years later, pop out with my daughter, and I'm like, and I can't stand your ass no more. But with my wife, it was like, you know, I'm 5 years older than my wife, so, but when I met my wife, she was 19 and I was 24, and I met her through her aunt, and I was never really sexually attracted to my wife because we started off as friends. We were like, she would call me, tell me about the shit she was going through with her nigga. I would tell her the shit I was going through with the females I was going through with. So over time, we just kind of built that relationship, and she went to Denver one year, came back. She was like, let's make this thing official. I was like, cool, let's do it. And it kind of was rocking from there. So, like, I was attracted to my wife in more ways than one. With my baby mama, it was just straight lust. It was like, you look good, I want to fuck. And me being a man, I can admit that. Like, there was nothing, because age-wise, we didn't run in the same groups. She wasn't, now my baby mama is intelligent, but you would swear she wasn't if you knew her. So, you know, we didn't run in the same circles. It was just, I spotted her. Actually, she pulled me out of a fight. It was one of them things, she pulled me out of a fight. I'm like, oh, shit, she my rider. You know, we on high school on some fake Bonnie and Clyde shit. Pulled me out of a fight, ran me down the hallway. I'm like, oh, yeah, you a real one. I saw that ass, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I got to get that. And it turns out to be one of the worst decisions of my fucking life.
That's fucked up. Man, you know, hey, that ass will do something to you, man. You know, ass is a gift and a curse. You know,
man, you're preaching to the choir, Honcho. You're preaching to the choir. But like I said, man, I try not to dog my baby mama because she still is my baby. She's the mother of my children. So I have to show us that type of respect because that was a part of me that did want love her at some point. So I gotta hold on to that love and respect her, even though I really can't stand that at this point.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure the feeling is mutual at this point because there were times she was trying to get me back, especially when I was married. I was like, nah, we can't do that. Yeah, but that's a topic for something else. But as far as the attraction and desire, that is what it is for me.
Well, I can agree with that too, man. Like I say, it's to me. I just think I want to believe desire is the better of the two, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, they both equally have their pluses and their minuses. But like I say, it's a situation, and you live and you learn, and hopefully you control those urges. But it is what it is, man. And then,
but see, that's the thing. Like, I'm gonna drop a little jewel on y'all. Like, if I see something I want, all I gotta do is tell my wife, "Hey, babe, shit, look, let's get on that." My wife be like, "All right, let's go get her." Shit, my wife be wanting most of the fun. I ain't gonna lie, I be watching most of the time. That's the kind of shit that turn me on. I told you we a bunch of nasty ass freaks.
Oh well, now, look, I need to find me one of them then. If everything copacetic, let me go get it. Okay. Well, that's what's happening. That's good that you have that type of situation. Like I said, that you have that type of relationship to where, like I said, where you can, y'all can share those kind of things. That's a plus.
Now, me and her got this joke. It's an inside joke. I tell her, man, I just married a lesbian that's in the dick. She'll laugh.
Ain't nothing wrong with that shit. Look, as long as you get your needs satisfied, man, let it ride. I ain't even tripping. That's what's happening. But see, that's what I'm saying. And then I think too, this is Friday. It is the end. It is Talking Dirty After Dark. So I have one question. So I don't know if you've encountered other people or other dudes who may have. Has there ever been an issue that you have felt because felt a level of insecurity with her also liking women, or do you know that's just you cool with it, so you're not even tripping?
Nah, that's just her. Like, to me, I feel like she can't physically cheat with a woman because a woman can't physically penetrate her. You see what I mean? Like, there's nothing a woman that can do. There's nothing a woman can do to her that I can't do. I can hit her with the tongue, or I can hit her with the dick.
Yeah.
A woman can only. What can they do? Bump uglies, like licky lick. That's all they can really do.
Yeah.
So, I don't like sleeping with females. That ain't cheating to me. That's just how I look at it. I've been like my brother. He was like, man, you sleeping with females? That's cheating. This and that. But he stayed cheating on his wife. So it is what it is.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I don't see it as cheating because, like I said, there's nothing she could physically do that I can't do better.
Correct. Okay. I'm just curious. Like I said, I've seen. I forgot what I was watching. It was something. And the dude was upset because his old lady had kind of got a little affectionate with the chick outside of their whole little arrangement or whatever. And I'm just like, I get it, but. Not really, because it's like, women got emotional needs. Half the time, niggas don't be want to deal with some of their emotions. If you want to cater to that aspect of it, and I want to have a little fun. I'm not tripping as long as you ain't doing nothing too wild. I guess it is what it is. But, there's that's that, and that's something else. So, that's a bit. Anything else you want to add to Kemah?
Nah, that's just about it. I just had to call in and give my 2 cents on that call last night, and ask something about the topic tonight, but that's about it, man.
Okay. Well, that's a bit, Mr. Dakota, man. It's good to hear from you. I appreciate it, and we'll see what happens Tuesday.
All right. Take it easy, Honcho.
All right, you too, bud. Shout out to Mr. Dakota, man. Uh-oh. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
Ashley.
Hello, Ashley. How are you, Ashley?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing excellent, Miss Ashley. You all right there? You got a clear your throat? You all right? What you give some of that good? Got you choking up over there?
No, I'm like trying to clear myself.
I am. Y'all don't know nothing about that. That's that old school shit. So, Miss Ashley, what are your thoughts on attraction and desire?
I think attraction is like basically just on the surface, because you can be attracted to like really anything, or have an attraction for anything. But I think desire is like something deeper. Like you just want it more. Okay. So, would you say that there are noticeable differences in your desires versus your attractions with you personally? Yeah, because like, are you concerning just like a physical appearance of somebody? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't necessarily have to be like attracted to someone to desire them. Like they don't have to be like, I don't know. I guess that's more so like if I know somebody, then I desire them more so than just like being attracted to them on a physical level.
Okay. So you made a comment about something that I said earlier, and that was with the septum piercing. And to clarify what I was saying is that generally, and when I say generally, I'm talking about 96.8% of women who have the septum piercing are pretty much feminist, especially black women, are feminists, black feminists, promoters of the matriarchal society, things of that nature. I hate black men, I hate men, we can have a society without them type people. That is something that I've come to notice. And so that's why I say what I say. I mean, at first I was just like, oh, that's interesting. Well, that's interesting. That's interesting. And then I'm like, why does every one of these chicks that has this, was it Mahir Yisrael? Welcome to the den. You can do his friend in the den. But it's like I've noticed a trend. Because, I venture off into different corners of the internet from time to time just to see how various groups of people are thinking. And when I tend to come across these women who have this similar attribute, they all tend to lean heavily in this one belief. And so that's why I was saying what I said. I found it interesting when Prepaid said that the chick she had, the door knocker, that she thought that way. I wasn't even really surprised. It's funny. It seems like every chick that has that belief.
That's weird. I haven't noticed that.
Okay. I mean, it is what it is. And again, like I say, maybe it's just a section. I mean, maybe it's just that a lot of, but I've just happened to notice that a lot of people that believe, even some of the, it's the adult educational entertainment providers that I've come across with that similar person. They're like, you're a sex worker. You're supposed to like penis. You hate men. Like, what the fuck is going on here? But anyway, that's a whole different conversation. So, other than that, how important in a relationship is attraction, in your opinion?
I guess it's not so important. Like, sometimes it is if it's not serious or whatever, but if you really like the person, you don't necessarily have to be attracted to them. And attraction changes over time, so I don't know.
Okay. Okay. So, what do you think it changed? How do you? What would you say your changes have happened in your attraction? Say from when you were younger to where you are now. What has changed in what attracts you?
What has what?
What has changed in the things that attract you? Say, from when you were younger, maybe just getting out of high school to where you are now. What has changed in as far as the things that attract you? Are you attracted to the same things that you were attracted to when you were in high school?
I'm attracted to the same thing.
Tough. Okay. And what about desires? Have your desires been the same?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I guess it's changed like from person to person, but it's basically the same MO.
Okay. All right. Y'all are terrible people. I don't know. Do you have any other particular thoughts on, attractiveness, desire, or anything else that's on your mind?
Yeah, about that call yesterday.
See, y'all got to notice something before hold on, before you go. See, y'all have to notice something, right? Y'all have to notice something. Y'all have to notice something with Ashley. See, Ashley has intentions, right? But she just waits for that door to creak open. And when she's ready, she kicks that motherfucker in and she's ready to set it up. Y'all got to notice the energy levels and how they change. All right, go ahead. What are your thoughts? What happened?
Basically, just considering like the unhingedness of her call. Like, I don't understand why she would even decide to call up and debate me when she didn't even prove to me she wasn't a racist. And there's no way she's going to prove to me that she isn't a racist. Like, she's so annoying.
So, you're saying, though, even though that she does have a mixed child, even though that she is with a black man, that you still feel like she's a racist?
Yes, I do. And she's given plenty of examples of her being complicit with racism that's gone on. And that's just as bad as being a racist.
Okay.
Just...
So I'm not going to ask too many questions. Like I said, I'm hoping that like I said, we'll figure something out on Tuesday. But you say you feel like she's complicit with racism, and to you that is just as bad.
I do.
So what do you? I mean, so are you saying that she's fetishizing the other things, and that's why that maybe that she's married to a black man? Do you think that's more of a fetishizing thing, or you don't think that it's truly concerning? I mean, that's what I'm trying. I'm confused at.
I believe so. I don't think she has a very high opinion of black people at all. She had mentioned, she said, "Oh, you call in here and you think you're better than everybody. You sound white." Like that's the connection she's making is the way I talk, because I don't sound like, I guess, what she thinks is a typical black person. But that she's assuming that I feel like I'm better than everybody, which I don't. And I literally call in here all the time and say I'm just like any other nigga. So why would she even say that?
So are you saying are you saying that she's calling you an uppity Negro?
I'm saying she's associating white with being better than black based on the way I'm talking. I've given her nothing that I've never said I was better than anybody. So she's basing this all off the way I'm talking, which I don't even think I sound white, and I don't think the way I talk means I feel like I'm better than anybody. That's crazy.
Okay. I mean, like I said, I don't. Where did the Mountain Dew come from?
Because I think she's a meth head, and she sounds like a meth head. And meth heads love sugary drinks.
Really? Really? I mean,
Probably would.
that's interesting. There's a correlation I've seen with people who pop a lot of pills and Dr. Pepper. So maybe that is a thing. I don't know. I have no idea. I used to be in an environment where I used to come across a lot of these types of people, and man, they fucking love Dr. Pepper. So it might be a thing, man. I don't know.
It is a thing.
Yeah. Okay. So again, like I say, it's gonna be there, and I'm gonna let y'all. Like I say, well, hopefully we can resolve. Or try to. I don't think it's gonna be good.
I know, but what are we getting resolved?
Because I'm hoping that we can have a discussion, and maybe she can she can rebut the things that you said. You said that you feel like she's complicit in racism and things of that nature. I want to give her an opportunity to rebut her stance on that, or maybe she feels differently, and then you can respond to that, and maybe we can go back and forth without as many. Maybe we can reduce the number of bitches by 50%. That would still be a lot of bitches. I've listened to a lot of rap music in my life, right? In the 90s, I listened to a lot of Pimp C, a lot of Too Short. I've never heard so many bitches in my life in that short of a time frame. I'm wondering, like, I don't know, do I got a bitch pass? I'm trying to see if I can just, if I can levy a couple of bitches out there. But like I said, I just wanted hopefully that we can, like I say, maybe to have more of a background. I'm not expecting y'all to agree, but maybe engage in a conversation minus the name calling. That way we can actually address some points, and like I say, to where it's not a.
I honestly okay, and this is for the chat. Like, okay, you may think that you may have limits on what you feel is appropriate to talk about, but I don't have that. I'll talk about anybody, and I've said that before.
We know.
So no, Misty isn't. Misty and her family aren't. I'm not. No, my words don't discriminate at all. So no, I don't care about that. You may feel like that's too far, but I don't.
I'm going to say, I think people's decisions and thoughts are at their discretion. I'm not going to tell you what you can say and what you can't say. I mean, that's for you to deal with. But my whole thing is just that I would like to hopefully see if we can get, like I say, more. I don't know how intellectual it would be, but allow, to be more of a battle.
Intellectual at all. He's an idiot.
Well, we can.
He's over here talking about situations as a medical professional. She's saying that another medical professional is an open racist or feel comfortable enough with her to make racist comments against other black workers and black patients. Does she think that they're going to get the same type of care? They probably aren't. Like, things like that, I think that's so disgusting that she never once said, oh, I went to HR to report her. No, she doesn't give a shit, probably because it doesn't affect white people. That could have been she could be taking care of your husband's family and make a medical mistake and cover it up. And you don't care that people are in positions like that. And she said, oh, there was a cop who openly admitted to me that he was a racist, or he wouldn't have gone that far had he known that, it was a part of her family. Like, things like that should be troubling to her. It could have been her husband or her husband's family that they wouldn't have even known that had any connection to her. And that's a problem. She never once said, oh, I reported him, or I did this, I did that. No, you sat there quiet as a mouse while somebody abused your son. And I can guarantee you, she probably has never been pulled out of her car during a normal routine traffic stop. Like, that doesn't bother you as a mother to a black child?
But see, this is what you're saying right now. This is the engagement that I'm hoping to get. So you can, maybe you can present these ideas to her. Maybe no one has ever presented.
He doesn't get that being complicit in racism is racism. And she wants to say, oh, well, I didn't call anyone the N-word. However, she could have just said, oh, I hate when people use the N-word. She could have used that and had the same effect, and there wouldn't be any offense. However, she thinks because she's fucking on a black guy and she has a black son that she can say that. Like, nobody said the N-word. She all of a sudden says, oh, I hate when people say nigger. Like, we would have all known that the N-word if you would have just said the N-word.
Hmm.
And her acting like I shouldn't be offended, I take offense to that as a black person. But don't tell me what I can and what I can't be offended on. If me saying it bothers me, I'm telling you it's racist and it's bothering me. I wasn't the only one that said something about it.
But have we proven that you're black, Ashley? Have we proven that yet?
Have you what?
So have we proven that you're black yet? I think we still have some detractors who
Who's proven that he's black?
Savage life, Ashley. I'm with it. No, but here's my thing. But all I'm saying is that what you presented right now, very logical, very clear, concise, and understandable arguments, justifiable that you feel the way that you do. But this is what I'm saying in the discussion is what I feel that should be presented. And
I sent in a picture. I'm very black. Like, I'm just like I look like a dark-skinned black person.
Interesting. And I'm just fucking with you, Ashley. Now, you know, people give you a hard time because of the way you talk. But, Ashley, as far as I know, yes, Ashley is black. I don't know. See, you know,
I'm black.
See, I don't know, but you so militant. You might need to be light skinned. We might have to get you some of that Sammy Sosa soap.
I'm not light.
But we're gonna get you some of that. We're gonna get you some cake soap because you know the light skinned folks be the most militant, angry black people. And so, you know, you got some of that. You got some of that juice going on. We gotta we're gonna get you some of that cake soap.
Right, and that's Shelley Long. RNs are obligated to report things like that because there could be abuse.
Mm-hmm.
And I could definitely report her license, and they can do an investigation and set you on professionalism. They could also, and I could definitely go to the NAACP in her area, and they would investigate her cases and the place that she works at. That would definitely be a possibility. She knows that. She's complicit in racism, and she doesn't care because it's not going to affect white people. And she's proven that time and time again. The worst type of racism is somebody who wants to smile in your face and act like, oh, they're not racist. No, you are.
Y'all stop the nonsense. Y'all stop trying to cancel people. Yeah.
The NAACP, they're not going to physically do anything, but the complaint would definitely go further. That's what I do know for a fact.
That's tough. That's tough. So, but this is what I'm saying though. But these are the arguments that I want you to present. And again, give her an opportunity to rebut these things. And again, we can tone the bitches down just a little bit. And I think that gives people a fair understanding of the logic behind, your reasoning and if she's able to justify her reasoning or why she feels the way that she feels. And I think that would make for a much better debate. I'm genuinely not expecting y'all to get along. I know that y'all aren't going to get along. It is what it is. But all I'm saying is the way that you presented it tonight, clear, concise, and everybody understands your views and your points now and why you feel the way you feel. And like I say, on Tuesday, if y'all still choose to do so, you present these same points, allow her the opportunity to justify herself or explain, how she feels or whatever it may be. And again, y'all are both going to have your own predetermined feelings, and it's going to be basically, I won't say a predetermined outcome. People will, hear your arguments, and maybe you may sway some people, you may, dissuade some people. It is what it is. I don't think it really matters in the long run. But Shelly, you ain't calling in shit. And so, I think that that would be the format that I think would be best. As far as any of the other stuff, as entertaining and as it may have been, I don't think anybody gained anything from it. I think just a lot of people ended up very angry. But again, I don't think your opinions are going to change. I don't know what her opinions are. I don't think that they're going to change. But it's presented in a way that the people who are listening can gain something from it. Again, because I think sometimes things may be presented that people may not think about, they may not consider. But like I said, when presented in that format, it's I think it's more beneficial to those who are listening. And that's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Right. I mean, I honestly, I don't feel like I have any logical conversation with her. All she does is yell. But she literally called, and the first thing out of her mouth is, "You're a phony." Like, who says that? Are you 12? I mean, not that I acted any older than she did, but you don't call someone up and say, "Oh, you're a phony." Like, what is this? I'm a phony because I talk a certain way, and you don't think I'm black based on the way I talk? Like, that just sounds crazy.
Yeah. Okay. And that's actually a good point there, Bear. You know, that, you know, Ashley's been able to lay her thoughts out there. If Misty would like to lay her thoughts out there before the discussion, I think that works well. I'm not against that. Ashley is from the local hood near you. She is 5 Deuce Hoover Crip, retired. She retired from the streets. She's no longer banging. She moved on to the life of a quality mom and a businesswoman. She no longer engages in the shenaniganery, but she will run up on you, and she has no problems pistol whipping you. And she'll shoot your car up in your house with your baby mama in it. You don't want that smoke. I'm talking about Ashley, a motherfucking savage. So all I'm saying is this. Like I say, nobody's gonna, again, because it's an opinion and it's opinion-based thing. Nobody wins or loses, but I think that you get to display, your level of intelligence versus her level of intelligence, and when it comes to these arguments, and I think everybody benefits more so from that than the bitch fest. I mean, the bitch fest was entertaining. I felt a little abused afterwards, but I think that's the best foundation for everyone involved. Some people in the chat. Sorry.
Huh?
Go ahead.
What did you say?
No, some people in the chat were asking. They want proof of validation. They were asking if you have an Instagram.
I do have an Instagram, but I'm never giving it out on here.
That's tough. I don't blame you. Because going back to desire, watch how I bring this shit full circle. Going back to desire and attraction. I was bringing it full circle about you not showing your Instagram, bringing it back to desire and attraction and thirst, as we were talking about with Miss Angela. So y'all niggas is thirsty as shit, and that's why women folk can't share nothing. Cause man, who was it a while back? Somebody, y'all was all on y'all stalking. Half of y'all niggas was stalking Maria. You know what I'm saying? Maria G was in here. Y'all was all all on the tip. She was showing y'all the picture. Y'all was trying to go to Canada and go link up with Maria G. You know what I'm saying? All that shit. You know what I'm saying? Shame on all y'all. So I don't blame the women for not introducing y'all to shit. God damn it. Yeah, Maria was out there thirst trapping, but forgot to put any bait out there. Anyway, what were you saying there, Miss Ashley?
Huh?
I was like, what were you saying?
Why did you say fuck Maria?
Oh, man. See, I don't know why Rashida even act like it. Her and Maria was cool. They was partners, man. And they was cool at first, man. And then, look, now Rashida turned on Maria. I can't believe.
Why doesn't Kay Grace? I am who I say I am. Like, I don't. I'm just a regular black person. I look like I mean, I do have funny colored hair, but like a regular black.
What color is the funny colored hair?
What color? What do you think?
Purple.
Take a wild guess.
I'm saying
purple.
Purple or blue.
No, it's not.
Okay, I gave it my shot.
It's green.
Interesting. Okay. 335, I got it. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Green, why did you choose the color green?
So I like green.
Okay.
Like Bernie Milk. Did you see her hair when it was green? It was so nice.
No, I didn't see it.
Oh.
Ashley's a hipster? I don't think she's a hipster.
I'm a
Ashley, somebody, the Broderick said you're a hipster. I think, I wouldn't put her as a hipster. I would think she's more, one of those, it's not, I wouldn't say, not free spirited. What's the term I'm looking for? Not a hippie.
like alternative.
Alternative?
Yes.
I don't think that's the term either. I don't know. You don't, I mean, I'm not saying I don't know what you listen to. But you don't come across like one of those. I don't know. Cause you
That like listens to rock. I do sometimes.
Yeah.
I said sometimes I do. Like I listen to anything popular.
Oh, you're a cloud chaser. So,
A cloud chaser.
Shannon Jones, you want a den nickname? How about the
For
Cucumber
me?
Kid? No, Shannon says she wants a den nickname, so I say we can call her the Cucumber Kid.
Cucumber Kid.
Yeah, that works.
Oh, that would be good. We'll call her Q for short.
Yeah, little Q. Okay. I have nothing else. Is there anything else that's on your mind? Anything else that you have that you want to get out, that you want to speak on?
I did. Oh yeah, so it came out that T.I. was lying about his daughter. Did you hear about that?
That he was lying.
Yes. Can you believe him?
That's tough. I heard he was. Didn't he go on like a Red Table Talk or something like that?
He did on Jada Pinkett's show.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it, but
I can't watch too many light skinned people in one place. I can't watch that shit. No, that's tough, man. Again, I know I've expressed my thoughts on T.I., the person outside of entertainment, multiple times. Like I say, outside of me, look, just make the music, and I really ain't been rocking with none of the latest shit too much either way. But outside of the music, man, I don't really give a shit about T.I.'s opinion. Like, I
can't be talking about T.I. activist.
I can't stand T.I. the activist. T.I. the activist don't even make sense. That shit. Again, like I said, how you an activist, but you gonna put a timestamp? Oh, look, we're doing a 3-month ban on Gucci. Like, when you didn't put a date on, now you've already wasted your fucking time. Like, we're not gonna wear Gucci for 3 months. That ain't finna do a goddamn thing. What is that? What the fuck is that gonna do to anybody? Nothing. It ain't fucking hurting their pockets. Like, oh, good. We're gonna put some new designs these niggas can't have for 3 months. Fuck those niggas. Yeah, we'll get this new Gucci out here, and yes, it'll be for the white people only. Like, come on, this shit is dumb. Like, this shit ain't hurting their pockets either way. You damned if you do, you damned if you don't. And then to try to check somebody because they, if they too, like, that's my thing, is like, when motherfuckers want to be independent and have their own thought processes, if I didn't feel offended, some people may have felt offended by the Gucci thing. That's your right to do so. But if I didn't feel offended by it, and I like Gucci, or I want this particular thing, then who are you to tell me I gotta take this shit off? We ain't wearing that, bro. No, you not wearing that, bro. Like, I don't give a shit about what you got going on. If I bought this shit, I'm finna fucking wear this shit. Like, it's just it's nonsense, Because the thing about it is, it doesn't matter anyway. And again, I'm not wearing no motherfucking Gucci. But it's just like, you promoted this shit for all this time, knowing that niggas wasn't benefiting off none of this shit. All this, the high fashion and all the bullshit, and now because something don't go your way, now you want to pay. Like, come on, man. It's like, again, I get, you apologize and you can do all this other stuff. You've capitalized on this shit for decades, and now that your fame's kind of waned away, and now you're all woke and everything is this, that, and the third. Like, it's disingenuous to me, and I really don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's like, I could care less about anything he has to say. If it ain't no new music, I don't want to hear that shit.
You like T.I.'s music?
I like his old shit. I haven't really listened to anything that he's put out in the last maybe, what's this, 2019, maybe probably 4 or 5 years or so. Last thing I think I remember him putting out was what was that song I think with Young Thug? Ain't if it ain't about the money. That's like the last.
I love that.
That's like the last thing I remember that he put out. You know what I'm saying? And I know he's dropped some shit since then, but like I've not gone out of my way to go and get it or to even listen to it. Should not even listen about that shit on not even listen to that shit on Spotify. So that's just my personal thoughts on it.
Hold on. Party and White said I should apologize to Misty for what? And that'll never ever happen.
Renegade. But yeah.
I mean, I like to hear that music. That's, you know.
So even if
I mean, I like, if you're gonna cape for a white bitch that's literally doing nothing for you except saying she's being complicit in racism, like, why should I apologize for calling her out on it?
It's tough.
For what? She's in charge of patients, black patients like you, and she doesn't care whether or not black patients get proper client care or whether or not cops are treating black people right. No, she's an idiot.
Well, like I say, maybe no one has presented these ideas to her, and you'll have the opportunity to do so. Maybe it will have an impact on the way she sees things in a different light. I don't know.
So yeah, so I can. I want her on the phone so I can say, why don't you give a fuck about black people?
You could do it old Kanye style.
Right. Misty doesn't care about black people.
Let me stop with y'all. Like I said, we will let you
Right, Richie. My sentiments exactly.
Tough stuff going on, man. Tough stuff. But here's the deal. We're gonna get ready to excuse me. I'm dying, man. Yeah, I'm over here dying and shit. I need a nurse. I'm dying.
Oh, you should call Misty.
Yeah, see, contrary to what you believe, I know Misty would take care of me. She's giving me medical advice.
And I don't think that, I mean, I don't care whether or not she's a nurse or whatever. Like, that has nothing, whatever. But her mentioning that somebody's a racist, someone who's in charge of direct patient care is a racist, like, that should honestly bother her.
I agree.
And she says she cares about black people. Yeah, right. You don't care what happens to black people.
Shelly Long, we don't believe you. You need more people. That's a bet. Well, like I said, hopefully Tuesday we can have a conversation where we can get to the nitty gritty of the conversation, and and like I say, you present these points, and hopefully she can rebut them. And if she has any points to lay a foundation for, and you can rebut those, and we can go from there. But Miss Ashley, as always, as savage as you are, I appreciate you calling in. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for being you. I don't know if anybody has told you that recently, Miss Ashley, but I appreciate you for just being who you are and being a member of this damn community.
Well, thank you so much, and I'm glad to hear that. But if you really appreciate it, babe, you send me a nude. And that's all I got.
Okay, well, we'll see what I can do. I'll see if I can. Let me see if I can Photoshop something, make it look good.
I just want something like the Arizona can picture. Maybe next to a Houston newspaper so I know it's real.
Newspaper. We get newspapers anymore. That's a lot of work. You gotta go to the corner store.
You don't read the newspaper?
I mean, I just get everything. Everything's like digital now. I don't get off the fucking.
I'd like to have, like, I don't know, like having a physical in your hand is a lot different.
No, I mean,
it's easier to pay attention to.
Now, for me with the newspaper, because the shit just kind of adds up and end up throwing the shit away anyway. But like books and stuff like that, I agree. Like I don't like ebooks. I don't like, reading shit like that. I like to have books, the physical books in my hand. But with newspapers, I don't know, because I mean, I end up discarding them so much anyway. So I don't, I just kind of say fuck it. But we'll see what we can work out there. Ashley.
All right. Well, thank you for taking my call.
All right. Well, I appreciate you for calling in.
All right. Thanks. Bye.
Have a good evening. Oh, sorry about that. We got to take one more call. And then we're going to ride it up. Mixer crew, I know I've been promised y'all, I'm going to give y'all your mixer crew tonight. So we go do it. I promise. Don't worry. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
Whoo. Honcho my motherfucking legs, bro.
What about my legs, Charlie Murphy? Oh, man.
What about my legs, Charlie Murphy? That nigga, they beat the shit out of Charlie Murphy's legs on that couch, man. Darkness. Whoop Charlie Murphy legs out there, boy. R.I.P. Charlie Murphy, man. Hey,
straight up.
Oh man, he was. It sucks that Charlie Murphy gone because I feel like we never appreciated him while he was here, bro.
Correct.
He never got his flowers while he was here, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
Charlie Murphy was a funny ass nigga. Speaking of funny ass niggas, boy, Ashley, listen, I don't know. Been calls on all kind of meth heads and alcoholics and people. Look, it's probably best. First and foremost, I don't know what the fuck y'all got going on Thanksgiving, but that is not being thanks. This is not giving thanks what y'all got going on. So look, I got my son bringing the computer, the MacBook to me. I'm trying to work both of the computers, and I must have went like right when that started going off before Missy called in because I guess I didn't rewind for further enough. This white bitch. And Missy called in had to be the greatest shit because when she went on this whole thing about I won, Honcho. Bro, I learned something today, Honcho. We got to implement this. We are not all friends in the den, okay?
No, we're not. I thought we were, but definitely last night. See, I mean, we've had some tense moments, and I'm just we might not be all friends. Yesterday, so we're not all friends in the den. We try to be. But
no, we're not. It's not. We try to be. Well, we used to be, or at least intend to be. We are not all friends in the den. Oh my God. Bro, that had to be the greatest call of all time. Listen, you with the three-way call, bro, I'm telling you, the greatest shit ever. That is the greatest call. I mean, that was, I think, about 17 minutes of pure tears, bro. Out of my fucking legs locked up on me. Oh, it was amazing. It was fucking amazing. My kids are laughing. It is the funniest shit of all time. Asking for addresses. They want to get out there in that water. This is amazing. This is fucking awesome. This is awesome. Listen, I will never, and I mean never, miss a debate ever again. Listen, I missed that shit, nigga. Shoot me a text message. Get me in this motherfucker.
I got you.
Because I would have kicked out Indy Ari. Huh?
It was so unplanned. Because like I said, it was just unexpected, and then just the way the energy from the chat, and because I was like, yeah, we'll just wait till Tuesday, and I got hyped up. They hyped me up. They gassed me up with the peer pressure. Nah, right now they fired up. Misty fired up right now. Let's get it right now. They both here right now. Fuck Tuesday. Let's go right now. And I fell for it. And I got
bruh. Bro, motherfucking explosion. If I knew that shit was coming, I would have kicked that Indy Ari earlier. I'd have told her mustache to get out the house earlier. I could have been in here. Woo! Nigga. Boy. That shit, bro. And Honcho, I don't know if you've seen it yet, bro, but while it's going on, you gotta read the chat while it's going on, bro. Man. Niggas in this motherfucker going crazy. Motherfucking madhouse, bro. It was a fucking madhouse. Oh, bruh. I mean, bro, the twins, the crib laugh. Everybody in the house is laughing. I got this shit connected. My son know how to connect the YouTube to the TV. I don't know how the fuck he did it. Boy, we are in this motherfucker rolling, bro. This has been awesome. This has been awesome. This has been amazing. Miss and Ash, listen. I'm not telling y'all to be beefed out forever, but I'm telling y'all if y'all are beefed out forever, I'm gonna enjoy every bit of this shit. This shit was amazing, bro. The greatest. The greatest. I'm so excited for Tuesday. And I know they probably not gonna want to debate on Tuesday, but it's just gonna come. It's gonna just happen. Cause somebody gonna say something, and I know it's coming. Boy, I'm so excited for Tuesday.
Good. It's going to be interesting. Like I said, I'm hoping we can get some resolve out of it. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not counting on it. I think this is what I think is gonna happen. I think we get about a good 45 to 50 seconds of, legible conversation, and then something's gonna happen because somebody's not listening or not trying to hear what the other person, and then it's just the button's gonna reset and it's gonna be on again. But I'm hoping we get something out of it. But it's just, and I think 45 to 50 seconds is being generous. But I'm hoping we can all walk away, or at least get something out of it. But yeah, it was definitely a very entertaining back and forth, if you will.
Well, I tell you what, LeBron, you know what I'm saying, he didn't trademark Taco Tuesday, and in the den, we done got Toxic Tuesday. Toxic Tuesday! Oh, nigga ready. I am excited. Y'all be blessed. Toxic Tuesday!
That's a bet, man. Man. Uh-oh. Well, I said that was going to be the last call. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
Hey, Honcho. It's Misty. How are you?
I'm doing fine, Miss Misty. How are you doing this evening, Miss Misty?
I'm actually doing very good. I have been doing some thinking about. Well, first of all, let me answer your thing about the desire and the attraction thing. Okay, so desire would be, it could be two things to me. I think it could be, that you desire a man who, works every day, or, you desire someone who has things in common with you, those type of desires. Then you can have the sexual desires, where I desire this man to be compatible with me in this sort of way and that sort, that, like, so there's two different, okay, and then there's definitely got to be some sort of attraction there for you to want to have the sexual encounters and the desires and all of those things to be met. With the attraction, there's always something that, you don't just walk up to, somebody that you're not attracted to and decide that you're going to go out with them. I'm like, somebody that I just heard talking, that was weird. I got to get you on that one. But anyway, so, there's definitely something that attracts you to that person, and then, the attraction just grows from there. And it does, however, change, as you get older, and things like that. I think that what you become attracted to maybe settles in more, and it changes, and as you work and experiment it with different, whatever positions, different things that people do, whatever, without getting all into that, because I'm going to be very respectful, because I want to apologize to you, and I also want to apologize to the den, because I could not even do any kind of debating with that lady, because you could not say anything at all. She would not let you talk. She would not let me say a word. But, okay, so that's my little thing on the attraction and the desire thing, okay? I married my husband when I was 20, and I've, been married to him, it's been over 20-something years, so obviously, things have changed, as time goes on, I gained weight. That's how, when they said I called you out, I apologize, because that is definitely not a way that I would want someone to think that there's something funny with that. You know, I understand that what's her name was saying, you can come in there and say whatever you want to say. I do understand, but I still do think that went over the limit. Basically, when I had sent you that other picture and the one where I was weighing more was basically to say, look, you know, because you were talking about the weight loss and the programs and all these different things that you were doing. I was like, you know, hey, I did this and you know, and that's what I was talking about. And then I showed you how I lost 100-something pounds, and I was like, I lost this kind of weight, and this is what happened. Because basically, you know, when my husband, I had gained the weight and stuff like that from just not, you know, whatever, you know, and just life and me not doing what I needed to do for myself and not taking care of myself the way that I should have, and you know. And he told me what he desired and what he was attracted to and the things that he wanted, and I know to keep him and to, you know, I guess I'm the old-fashioned type. I will bring him the plate. I will get out there and work hard and lose weight and, you know, be what he wants. And that doesn't mean that, and when I say be what he wants, that doesn't mean that, you know, that there's anything wrong with somebody bigger or somebody smaller than me or any other thing like that. It is to meet the desires of what my husband wants and what I want, and what's in my house is in my house, and that's what we want. You know, that's not, you know, nothing to mess with anybody else's thoughts on if they want a lady that's 700 pounds or if they want one that's 80 pounds, you know, that, or what, you know, whatever. That just so happens to be what I wanted to do to make my relationship better, and also to make my health better, and to, you know, be what, you know, what I wanted to be, but mostly for my health, because when my mom passed away, you know, I knew a year before when my mom was sick that it didn't have a lot to do with weight with my mom, but I also knew that with my weight was a problem, and I used that exercise and stuff I was doing to help with the stress of dealing with, you know, the fact that I was going to be losing my mom. And the exercise definitely does help with, you know, the stress and stuff like that of stressful situations. And, you know, I ended up losing weight, and I was proud of myself for that. And then the doctor was happy because, you know, a lot of health things changed and stuff like that. So, I mean, you know, that was that. But another thing, I do, like I said, I want to apologize to Dan because she definitely got me out of character.
Not apologize. Don't apologize. We're not going to accept it. Just it is.
Okay.
I'm just messing with you, but it is what it is. Don't apologize.
Yeah, I know, but she got me out of character because that's not the kind of character that I am. But the problem is that she would not let me say anything. So there's two things. There's a couple of little things with that, and I'm gonna get off because you only have a few minutes, and that's it. I'm gonna respect that. You know, I'm gonna start doing better with like some of the ways that I've been doing. I understand that, and if I said anything about any N-words or anything like that you know, were disrespectful, I apologize for those too, because that is very wrong, you know. And yes, if she had listened to about the police officer guy, I did go and report him to the officer, and I did tell that to the guy that I was debating with, Be For Real, I think is his name on there. And I did go and report him. So there is much more, a lot of times, behind these different situations than people just, you know, up and start just judging. But the problem with her is that, and I'm going to call her Ashley. The problem with Ashley is that, like she said, I'm a ratchet bitch, and that's in her mind, and that's the only way she's going to view me, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine. I'm going to let her keep her views because I realized several things tonight. She still has the same desires and attractions from high school. Nothing has changed about her. And so, therefore, she is basically letting me know that it is not going to matter what you say to her, when you say it to her, how you say it to her, whatever you say to her to try to get her attention. You could call her a heroin addict. You could do whatever you want to do to try to get her attention so that she will hush like 5 seconds to let you say something. And like she said, I'm going to call and say whatever I want to say, and my views are my views, and they're not changing no matter what you say. So, you know, there's absolutely no talking to her because she's not going to change her mind. Now, me, I can listen to what she says, and you know what? I've listened to several people, and B, he has a lot of good points. Prepaid has a lot of really good points. I know they're silly, but there's a lot of people in there. Miss Grace, Rashida. I mean, you know, I'm not even naming half of the people in there. Miss Strawberry, who's still in all the pistachios, and just a lot of people. Dakota, even though they say something that you might not agree with, you know, that was bad about you or something like that. You know what? Everybody has a lot of good points in there, and you can always learn. And that's one of the great things about the Den is you can learn from, you know, listening to things. So guess what? You know what? From that phone call that I had with her, and listening to people talking to the Den and stuff, there's a lot of my views that have changed. You know, just in that short amount of time, I have had some views that have changed, and you know, I'm not going to let her bring me down to her level.
DeMarquis
Because obviously, you know, I'm going to put it out there one more time. She is a bitch, and that'll be the last bitch that I call her, you know, because if we do talk again on Tuesday night, if she's willing to come do it, she can do all the ratchet bitches that she wants to do, because obviously that's the only thing. And her, like she said, she is the stalker and she is psychotic. Now, those two things I'm definitely sticking with. And the reason why is because she knows everything that everybody does, and like she said, when she has it made up in her mind about Big M and all these different little things that she was saying, that's who they are, and there's no change in her mind. And she is, and one other thing too. When I was talking about her sounding white or whatever, if she would have just shut her mouth like 5 seconds and just listened to what I was trying to get said along with that, because I do understand how it came out, and it was wrong, and guys, I apologize for that too. It was wrong for me to put it out that way. What I was talking about more or less is that it doesn't matter who you are. If you piss her off or whatever, and she starts calling you a ratchet bitch, or starts saying fuck your husband, or fuck your dead mama, or fuck whatever, you know, that she wants to say, there is no change in her mind. She is definitely stupid. Like a few of the people in there said, she's definitely stupid. She's attracted to the same thing from high school, the same thing. And I'm not saying that's wrong, but I mean, damn, she's got to be like a little older too for her to have gone through that many men. She said that the partners or whatever that she was talking about she had, like, you know, she said the ones that she had or whatever. Okay, well, I don't know. I've only had one. So the partners and stuff that she's talking about she had, I mean, you don't change shit between high school and now, and that don't sound right to me, because obviously life is changing every day, and we learn new things every day about who we are and stuff. So if she is going to stay stuck in her ways and stuck in her opinions and stuck in who she thinks that everybody is, then she can just stay stuck in her own little world, and I'll live in my happy world, and I'll be just fine, and life will carry on, you know? And that's just how I feel about it.
Okay. One thing, Miss.
And Honcho, I said, you know what? I am so sorry that you felt so beat up and so just so done in like that, because that was just so wrong. You are a very, I'm gonna say about 75% of the time, because there's that little 25% of the time that you get out of character too a little bit, you know, on there, especially when it came to the bulldog business. But you know, I mean, you're very nice, and and you couldn't even get between her and me to shut either one of us up, because she would not stop. And then she was talking about all this slur and stuff. Well, at the end of it, all you could hear was, I mean, that's what she sounded like, you know. And so, but anyway, nevertheless, she's got her opinions. And she says she's sticking to them. It don't matter how many times you tell her of anything or whatever, you know, that you want to tell her, and she's not going to let you talk. She's not going to let you talk, because it's either her way or the highway. She doesn't care about, you know, anything else. Her desires and attractions, and you don't even have to be, she said, and that came on there, if y'all can go back and listen to it, she said you don't even have to be attracted to nobody. So obviously there is some psychotic things going on. There is some stalking type things going on, because she knew every single thing. She's very interested in me. I understand that. when I say interested, I don't know what her interest is with me, but if she keeps up with everybody and everything that goes on, there, and like she writes it all down, she'd probably be a great secretary for you if you could get her to help you out. I don't know, because you said about no, but we can't take Brenda's place because Brenda's really good. So, like you said, I don't know. I don't really know where we're going to get with that debate thing, but I'll be quiet. I'll sit there and I'll be quiet. I'm not going to call her any bitches. I'm not going to do anything because
Coulter
I
donated
give.
$1.
Basically, you know
Fuck
what? I
Misty triggered
give
bitch used
because,
spam
like,
the phone when she was on
there
the
is no
line.
change
You're
in her
fucking
mind.
with a
She
criminal
is who she
detective for
is.
all
She
you know.
is that bitch, and she is. Okay, I'm sorry. That's the second one. You can add that to 74, I believe now. And I mean, she is who she is, with no desires and no attractions and no nothing. Like she said, she has no desires, no attractions. She can go sleep with them and not be attracted to them, which is basically how I took all that. And I mean, there's nothing. So there's no change in her. There's no change in her. She's not going to listen. But I will sit and I will listen and I will do whatever I need to do. Because you know what, Honcho? I am a very nice person, and I have a very kind heart, and I know exactly who I am, and I don't have to have her or anybody else to prove it to me.
I agree.
So guess what? So, yes, it is what it is, and guess what? There's that.
Here's the one thing I have to say about everything that you said, though, Miss Misty. All the people that you named in the den are terrible people. I mean, the worst of the worst. I would have named any one of those people. They're all very bad people. But aside from that, I agree with. I'm just joking for y'all. Get all mad. Well, fuck you, Honcho. No, but I mean, you got to do you. And all I can say is just we'll just go from here and we'll figure it out. But I have one question.
Yes, sir.
You have been with your husband for 20 years, you say. What keeps the spark in the relationship? What keeps the desire, the attraction in the relationship?
I believe that because even though I know I acted a complete ass the other night, and that showed a side of me. And all y'all are seeing is this thing from the phone call. Y'all don't see my everyday life or who I actually am, or any of that stuff. But what actually I do believe, and I'll even get him one night to tell you, because he don't mind. He understands that, that I've enjoyed this program. It's helped me, I say program, show, however you want to call it, great place to be, the den. He would actually tell you it's because I work hard to try to, and he does the same thing. We try to meet each other in the middle. He said, I do, because he goes and he works every day, and so do I. I mean, we both work, we both pay the bills, we both do what we need to do, all those things. But we also, if there's something that needs changing, if he would like for me to wear a certain something, I'll do that. If I'm telling him, hey, will you wear this or whatever? And what I'm talking about is like these type of jeans or like, whatever, because I think he looks really sexy and all that. And, whatever. I mean, we were to try to meet each other in the middle. Obviously, I lost over 100-something pounds, and a lot of that was to meet desires, for him also. Because I wanted to keep my husband, because I do love him very much. So all of that, I think, he was like, wow, I have a whole new wife. I mean, he was so tickled, because a lot of people were like, did you leave Missy? Because I saw you riding with this slimmer lady, like, or whatever. They were telling me, did you know your husband had this lady in the car that looks so much smaller? And I'm like, yeah, that's me, and a lot of people like didn't even recognize me because I look so different, than how I looked before. And so, it just made him be like, wow, you like you were, from before and when we first met and everything. And, he appreciates all the good things that I do for him and what I try to show efforts, and then when he does, he does really good things too, and I appreciate all those things, and it just keeps things going, and I'm just really attracted to him. And then, another thing that she said, and this might be a thing too, and I'm just going, you know what? You said after dark. Okay. She actually said that she was attracted to the little things. Well, I mean, I'm not trying to be funny about my husband or whatever, but it's not little. It's maybe medium or a little on the, I don't know, because I don't know all about all the, I'm not dumb. I know, certain things. So I know we got a good, thing going on there with, the tools that he's working with. And I'm not attracted to the little things. So, I mean, if things are doing like they need to do, where we keep things, good like they need to go. And I'm not a worn out person who's been with a whole bunch of folks, like 20,000 or whatever, people or whatever, I'm not, you know what I mean? He knows where I've been, and that also attracts him a lot because he knows I've only been with him, and he's like, that's cool. Like, I like that, and he, he tells me, he's like, I like that, because I know that this is mine, if you get what I'm saying, so it's just, I don't know, it's just, I can't really explain it, but I'm not attracted to the little things. I like what I got going on right here, so, we straight. But anyway, yeah, we'll talk about that on Tuesday, and, we'll see how it goes, and I'm not going to get out of character. I'm going to be, like I am, quiet and try to listen and try to see if there's any compromise we can come to. But if she's going to be not attracted to anything and no desire to do, no desire to do anything, not attracted to change, going along with your program here, and wanting to stay exactly the same with all of her opinions, then there's not going to be much of a debate, because if I'm willing to change my actions and ways of doing things, and she's not willing to even take anything into consideration, there's not going to be too much of a debate. But but whatever, we'll give it a shot, like you said. And I appreciate you, and I do appreciate the den.
Okay. Well, thank you for replying, and like I say, Miss Misty, we'll see what we can accomplish on Tuesday.
Yes, sir, and thank you very much.
All right, you have a good evening.
Okay.
All right, y'all. I know what y'all want. But I ain't finna let y'all bait me into this shit like y'all did last night. Tuesday is the day, and that is the day that we will handle this. Yeah, blame the black man. That's all you do, Shelly, anyways, blame the black man. So I expect nothing less from you. You blame me for all of this the entire time. We will operate Tuesday. Toxic Tuesday is coming. Because fooling with y'all, we gonna be up another 4 hours. The mixer crew ain't gonna get their love. I made a promise to the mixer crew. I left them hanging last night for the same situation. So mixer crew, what time is it now? In about 15 minutes we will get it active. I'm not buying y'all drama. I'm just barely recovering. Goddamn. Like I say though, we will operate on Tuesday. For what I'm sure there will be we will have more dens along the way. I'm sure there will be shots and things along the way to quell your thirst. We're talking about thirst. This is the thirst for this drama. The drama den. When did this become a thing? But make sure we're going to be live in about 15 minutes. I want to say shout out to all of y'all because I do appreciate each and every one of y'all for calling in, for sharing your thoughts for a variety of reasons. But we're not going all the way down the drama rabbit hole tonight. We will. I ain't listening to you, D Love, either. We can debate that on Tuesday. We can argue about your damn question. But a couple of things before we wrap it up. Appreciate the love, culture. Appreciate the love, DeMarkey. Make sure you follow the Den on all the proper social medias. Make sure you join the Den Facebook group. You go to the Facebook page, Den Show Live, Ed Honcho HTX on the Twitter. right here on the gram, Ed Honcho HTX. I've been, y'all not finna sell me that shit tonight. Last night, y'all got me beat up and abused. If y'all want some more, then go back and watch the question again. You know, so, but I fucks with each and every one of y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. It is an honor, a privilege, and a pleasure. We're finna get live with the mixer crew. Like I say, about 15 minutes, we're gonna be tooted and booted. What is it, about 12 right now? So about 1 o'clock my time, we gonna make it shake. And man, if you let me put the mixer link for those of you who fuck with that. But look, y'all ain't gonna get me into the stuck in the trap house. All you gotta do you have if you can't get on Mixer, if you have a Microsoft account, I know sometimes Microsoft accounts can be kind of problematic, but you know, just slide in, just a tip. You know, go to mixer.com/Honcho Saucy, and it'll let you know when it's live. Because sometimes it'll, like, once you automatically go there, if I'm not live yet, it'll be replaying an old stream or whatever. But I'm trying something different tonight. I might have the camera action on tonight, so we'll see how it all plays out. We'll be there about 1 o'clock my time, whatever time it is, whenever y'all are where you at. I gotta give it to the Mixer crew. Mixer crew be holding me down, man, because Mixer's probably the worst of all the streams, but the Mixer crew is you know, they stay down like full flats. But with that being said, I thank y'all. I look forward to chopping up with y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow we're gonna have a black conversation. Excuse me. And we're gonna talk about some solutions to some of these problems. So we're not gonna just spend all stream complaining. We're gonna come up with some solutions and some necessary moves that need to be made. So we'll be having a black conversation tomorrow. If you are not black, you're more than welcome to be a part of the conversation. But everybody they're gonna call you a racist. But I got love for you. You're more than welcome, in my opinion, to feel free to express your thoughts and opinions, because I think everything is for everybody. We talk about white folks, I'm gonna talk about men, I'm talk about everybody. Ain't nobody tell me who I can't talk about. So I invite you to do the same. But with that being said, y'all be cool like y'all be cool. I ain't got to go home. But you gotta get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna leave the chat open for a little while, so I ain't gonna automatically end the stream. So if y'all wanna dilly-dally in the chat for a little bit like y'all was yesterday, I'll leave it open until I get the Mixer crew started. So if y'all wanna stay in here and chat for a while, I'll leave that going. But get the fuck out.